What's the tip and raw? One of y'all.
Log in to KofiPiesieTV.com and get Spears of the Mossy Volume 1 by Kofi Piesie Research Team, from Spears the Pen Volume 2 by Kofi Piesie Research Team, Spiritual Combat Volume 3 by Kofi Piesie Research Team, One Night Before Bed by Any Harret Shun Calfunny, Kalawa's Trip to the Motherland by Kofi Piesie, From Cocaine to Consciousness by Any Harret Shun Calfunny, As I Learned, We All Learn by Kofi Piesie. Also, if you want fresh merch, go to our online store, Family Connect Apparel, and get all the brands. Also, get our 54 deck of quiz and educational cards available now on KofiPiesieTV.com.
Yeah, if y'all need Kofi services for commercials, we lend them out for a small nominal fee now.
Yeah. Y'all please like and share the show. Hey, how my mic sound, y'all?
Sound good.
Sound like you crying. Sound like Keith Sweat.
Oh, all right. Y'all please like and share the show. I was trying to share the show, but Facebook is tripping with me right now. First I want to say peace and Black African power. Welcome back to Kofi Piesie TV with Kofi Piesie Research Team. I am Renee Kofi Piesie. That means my name is Kofi Piesie. ETM Hotep, Dual Aku, Dual Netcha. Fatmu Walafie, Fatmu Riri, Fatmu Iwa Pele, Majuba Iba E Gungun, Majuba Iba E Gungun, Majuba Iba E Lakba, Majuba Iba E Lakba. Igungun Kiki Igungun. We always want to give honor and praises to the ancestors, because without the ancestors, we wouldn't be here. We are our ancestors. Again, family, please like and share the show. This is going to be a pretty good build today. And even, if you feel like you want to join the panel, want to join the discussion, we'll put the link in there soon. Y'all can pop on the panel and join the discussion, but I'll digress and get the floor to the rest of the brothers.
Peace to the fam. Peace to the chat. Make sure you like and share the show on the way in. It's your brother Sutek. Share Lafayette. We black at you again on Kofi Piesie TV. Looking forward to having a good open discussion, an open bill. Hopefully, some of y'all brothers and sisters from the chat will want to join in. But yeah, until then, we're about to chop it up and build.
Peace. Man, yo, this is a much needed discussion. Getting a little bit tired of people running their mouth on the slick side, you know what I mean, and don't want to confront and have a conversation like men. People want to make their little videos and talk. I'm turned up today. I don't care. I'm tired of it, because everybody tough on the internet with no works published. Everybody tough when they debate on 125th, 100 million pseudo-conscious people. Everybody tough when they on the Facebook comments and they can delete your comments and control the narrative on their post when they post something pseudo. So I'm turned, because ain't nobody doing nothing but talking. You know what I'm saying? And those that support those that just talk, well, hey, that's your money. But we don't ask for you to say or pay without actually giving you something. Not only are we making a difference here on American soil, but we're making a difference across the Atlantic. We're not saying our thing is perfect, and we're not saying we got the best thing going, but we have something going. So I asked this question and I'll mute out. What you doing?
Peace. It's your brother Satep and Rob Mariaman. It's gonna be a good build, as y'all can see. Boy T'Challa, the pot bubbling. Let's see, just see where it go, man.
You still on here, Sean? Sean must have stepped away. You still on here, Sean? All right, well, we'll let him get it in when he get here real quick. Like I say, family, please like and show. Please like and share the show. If it's your first time on the platform, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. Again, shout out to everybody in the chat. Peace to Sister Jolanda, Tamika One. Peace to my wife that's in the panel, Nanya Mika Nelson, DeAndre Black. Peace, peace, peace. Mongo Slade. Peace, brother. Peace. Robert Rand, our good brother Robert Rand. Peace. Our brother Damo. What up with it, Damo? All right, y'all, again, please like and share the show. That's all we ask for y'all to do is just please like and share the show, and please tell a friend about the show. Real quick, let me share my screen real quick. I'm just going to share real quick, and then we're going to get straight into the bill. And if, like I said, anyone wants to join the panel, y'all able to join the panel in with this with this open discussion. Sutek, can you put the link in the chat, just in case anybody may want to join a little bit later on?
All right, cool.
Okay. Somebody else pop in here? Let me see. No.
Yeah, I popped in here. What's up?
What up? Go ahead, man.
Man, I just want to say ETN Hotel, Rennie Sean, welcome in peace. My name is Sean. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in to KPRT. Now I ain't saying the first name of no redhead goblin, but you know what I'm saying. KPRT in the building, long and strong. You know what I'm talking about? Like the show, share the show, tell a friend, we're in this junk. Oh man, his wife in there, so I gotta watch what I say.
That's right.
Anyway, yeah, man. Anyway, Sheen did his hair, so he put a hat on. You know what I'm saying? Sheen did his hair. So that's where we at today, y'all. He got a hat on because his hair ain't done. His lineup ain't fresh. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Peace, Barrett, Peyton. Peace, brother.
Yeah. I see Barrett in the building, man. Diamond in the building too, DJ.
Yeah.
Peace to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Robert Rand. Hey, man, can we get some likes? Can we get some shares?
Yeah. Like.
Appreciate it.
Let me share my screen real quick. Like I said, I'm just going to share it real quick, and we just going to go in from there. Again, today's show is, will we ever get along? Will we ever unify? Will we ever truly support one another? Now, these are some of the bullet points that we're going to discuss. It doesn't have to be in this order, but these are some of the talking and discussion points. Unity, is it possible? Support, what is our overall objective? Are we for the people? Will the next generation be better than us? So again, unity, is it possible? Support, what is the overall objective? Are we for the people? Will the next generation be better than us? So I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. Go back over here. Now let me go back over here. All right. Now, everybody knows what's been going on. Well, I'm gonna say it's been going on. I'm gonna say it's been going on a long time, but everybody knows the atmosphere of what's been going on. Lately, and brother Coach, he did a show yesterday, and the ideals with a show that he had, I was like, damn, that's the show that we was talking about doing today, far as the climate of what's going on in the so-called conscious community. So the brother made a lot of good points yesterday before the show kind of went a little left, a little left yesterday. So, and everybody know what's been going on, and MBK shut the channel down for reasons, the back and forth. I guess the back and forth, I don't really know, because I don't keep up with a lot of stuff, but not only just that incident, it just a lot of stuff that's been going on. So let's just talk about unity real quick, y'all. We'll just build off the bullet point of unity real quick. Is it possible for us to unify? And these, we were just talking, a while ago. We was talking yesterday too, and we was just talking, before we started the show, and and I'll just ask the brothers on the panel, and before we get into that, and people in the chat, is it possible for us to unify? And what I mean by unifying, I'm saying us in particular, and I may be leaving somebody off, I'm not sure. But when I'm talking about us, I'm talking about the so-called conscious community. Whether people say they separating themselves or they are part, like, I say it's no such thing as the conscious community. It's no such thing. It's an illusion. But, whether we say we're not a part of it, we're separating ourselves, the conscious community is not real, in some facts, people are going to include us in that anyway. And what I mean by us, the various platforms that most of the people that's in the chat that support and, and listen to, the Dagger Squad, you got the Amon Ra Squad, you got Team Osiris, you got the Pseudo Killers, you got the Seshu Ma'ani Meta Nature, you got the Masi Warrior Clan, you got New Black Knowledge, you got Kofi Piesie TV. So these are some of the or what I mean by us. I may be forgetting somebody, but I know most of the people that's in the chat right now, they support these platforms, right? They support these platforms, they support these teams, right? So I'm talking about us. So will we ever unify? Is it possible? And we was talking a while ago about, this generation, the last generation, but Sean said we hadn't unified or did anything since the 60s, right? So I just want to, ask the brothers on the panel and the sisters, do y'all think it's possible to unify? Are we just too far gone as a people to unify?
Can I answer?
Go ahead.
All right, so this is a good question. So I'm gonna go to University Kemet Press real quick, and I don't know if you got the book or not, Kofi, but I want to go to Per The House of Life.
No, I don't think I got. Yeah, I don't. I think I do.
Okay.
Hold on. Go ahead. I'm gonna see if I can find it on my other show.
All right. Nah, not Per not Per. I can go to Per because there's something in there that was unique that was said, but what must be done? This book got some relevance to your question, right? Because you asked a specific question about unification. So in chapter 3 on page 45, the question was posed. I know you don't want to ask a question with a question, but I want you to think about what it's saying. Unify to do what? In direct response to escalating misery and oppression, many African organizations are now talking of operational unity toward renaissance. This all sounds good to the untrained mind, but the central question should be unity to do what? What are you coming together to do and why? And how can you come together with the enslavers, white and Arabs religions at the heart of Black life? How can you unify while at the same time being on the teams of our historical enslavers? What is the goal? What is the Renaissance you are unifying to make? What kind of economic system? Chiefdoms, feudalism, capitalism, socialism, or what? What kind of political system? Which class rules? What system of government? How will citizens be governed? Which class rules? Which culture rules? Um, it continues and says how ill scientific education to be organized equally for the masses. How will internal power be organized and wielded? Toward what? Where? With whom? When? Black group most able to use others to achieve their unstated objectives. So it continues to go on in a whole other direction. But I felt like the better question to that is unify to do what? You know what I mean? And once we get a clear scope of what that is, right? The objective is because in the 60s and in the early 1900s, education was the centralized goal. Equal rights was a centralized goal and opportunities, right? To be able to ride the bus and sit wherever they wanted to sit at a counter and eat their lunch, wherever they wanted to sit and eat their lunch. You know what I mean? Police brutality at one point was a unification measurement, but included in that became, the Browns and everybody else, right? Because we're the most, scrutinized and stuff by police brutality. So they had commonality then. What is our commonality now? We're living in a different era where we're bringing or we're shedding light on many of the injustices that plague Black people today. But one of the biggest problems that plague us right now, we can't say is opportunity, is our ignorance of economics and still is injustices. So what can we unite to do? We thought we could unite to educate the people from various different lanes, and everybody had an avenue in which they pursued to move information forward scientifically and to bring people into the know to help them use that as a tool to correct some issues and things of that nature within the home and then outside in the community. So that will make us organize a little bit better and understand what we're organizing for and present that, because until we can resolve issues in our household, we can't resolve issues outside our household. So what are we unifying to do? What is it? To protect the Black family, the Black woman, the Black children? What's bigger than our individuality and our egos in this moment? Because I know why you're asking that question. I know why Coach was asking that question. And at the root of the problem still lies the issue of disdainment with personalities over people, over the whole of people.
So you want me to answer what did the
Not just was reorganizing the question, but
okay,
I
well,
was
yeah,
trying
that
to,
was great.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was it.
Okay. What about any of y'all? I'm trying to read too. Some of them saying can't unify without a reason or conviction. Facts. That's what Sean just was getting. We must unify around the culture. We must define our culture. This is Robert Rand. My name is Tika. Said nope. We can't unify. All of us will not unify. Not all of us. But go ahead, brothers. I'm just reading what's in there. Anybody else?
Yeah, I'm gonna say no as well. Because I think we too far gone, like you said. We too far gone, and everybody has the right way to do shit. And even in the community, like, and I always say this in the chat. People always want to disagree with you. You could say something, and I guarantee the person is going to use the word "but" right after they say whatever you say. They're going to say something, and they're going to say "but," and they're going to say something else. So we can't even agree on little shit, man. Like if the sky blue, like so. I don't see it happening on a large scale. We can't do it on a small scale. And I like what you read too, Sean. I don't have that particular text from University Chemical Press, but yeah, it has to be a common goal. Everybody has to have it got to be a common purpose for us to all unite. And what is that purpose? Like, what would it be? And then when that does happen, you know, who's that? It was perfect. Like, who's going to be the ruling class? We got this fantasy of what they call them societies that utopia. We got this utopian society in our head. Like everybody just gonna go with the flow. And I'ma just say it, niggas is disagreeable. Like we gonna find something to disagree about. It's gonna be no utopian society, man. And I just don't see it happening. That's just my opinion.
Okay.
Besides, COINTELPRO exists. You know what I'm
I
saying?
didn't even get into that.
COINTELPRO exists, and we witnessed it in 2015, but nobody really paid attention to it then. Only a small selected few was trying to reject the misinformation and ignorant of a 2015 event that took place in Harlem, New York one day. We watched it live on a video. There was a mass amount of people out there. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knows what I'm getting at right now, but you fast forward that from that introduction into 2020 and 2019 and 2021, that same divisionist, that same personality, right, has changed the narrative in a way that enriched this particular person by flipping the switch. Remember, the black woman went from being God to a whole nother diameter that enriched the individual, and it was off the backs of blacks. So again, we must be entrenched in what we're doing and how we're doing it to unify with. So if it's just with like minds, our like minds are always going to come out better in small groups. Remember, teams win. We don't have to unify across the board, but we can unify amongst like-minded individuals in small groups to get things done, and that can move several people forward, several communities forward, several agendas forward. And then when we get to a point where we see progress among other groups and other communities and other neighborhoods and things of that nature, then the pendulum can swing to try to go for a more global approach. But we got to have small wins in order to have a big victory.
Right. We got Brother Wu Jiao in. We'll get to Brother Wu Jiao in a minute. Peace, Wu Jiao. And T'Challa and Sutek.
Yeah, you said you was talking about these certain groups specifically, right? So no, I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening like that. That's a good point that Sean made. Like, what are we coming together for? If we coming together to defend our people against the common enemy, then yeah, I can see that. But just unification, just to be unified, nah, that ain't. That's romantic, bro. That ain't gonna never happen. Like,
and we're gonna talk about that in a minute, because one of the bullet points is what is our overall objective? Like these numerous platforms that I mentioned, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is the overall objective? But we'll talk about that because I want to talk about like some of the overall objective that we are putting forth right now. But you know, well, we'll talk about it. But go ahead.
Yeah, so we all the way back to a few hundred years ago, like we was up in West Africa, West and Central Africa. We was tribal people then, and I still see that going on today. Even though we were tribal people, we still, like I said, was able to come together to defend our people against the common enemy. If you look at certain historical instances, you can see the same thing. But just to unify, just to be unified, nah, that ain't that ain't nuts. It ain't gonna happen. I don't see it happening. It's too many egos involved. It's too many egos involved regarding this quote unquote conscious community, and it's too many egos involved from past lives, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like some of that shit you gotta leave where it's at if you're trying to further yourself into this lane of the quote unquote conscious community. But nah, I definitely don't see that happening.
All right. I guess I'll speak my piece on this, and it's crazy to Saber Wujao hop on the panel for this because I actually heard him speaking on this to this point, but I also share the sentiments in terms of this word unification. As y'all know, everybody know I'm all about that combat, yo. All about self-defense from a physical aspect, all about fitness to keep ourselves in shape so that we can have the health to get up and research and write books and learn to read the sesh and learn to read whatever it is you want to learn. If you don't have your health, you don't have the ability to do anything. And so this term unification, I have a problem with. I have a problem with the term unify. Speaking from war point of view and strategy and warfare, we're all different armies with some shared interests. Yes, we all have a common enemy in terms of battling against the misinformation about Black people and what we've done, what we're continuing to do, and all that kind of stuff, right? Battling racism, white supremacy. But we're not all a part of the same army. And we're all on our separate teams, but we're not all the same team. So trying to get us to quote unquote unify, that's asking us to amalgamate ourselves. And if we know anything about our people, like Sutek said, we don't really like, in terms of today, we're not really of the mindset of trying to really even be on teams like that. Like most of us are really all about ourselves, and I'm a part of this clique and this posse for the clout and for what's going on right now. But then when some stuff pop off, oh, I'm me, I'm doing me. And that ain't how the war is won. The war is not about you, your specific one army. Sometimes 3 and 4 armies have to create what's called an alliance in order to defeat the enemy that has got it right now, right? And it's a shame that for whatever reason or another, we are only focused on ourselves, this individual personality, all about me type of thing that we have going on. And I'm not excluded from that. I'm a human being talking about other human beings with problems that I'm a part of because I am a part of society and I am a part of this collective that we either call the conscious community or not, even though I've been doing my thing before I met anybody here. It's just that I see it as well in my separate circles. Like, I'm gonna give you an example and I'm gonna pass the mic. So Coming to America 2 came out, right? And all those drums and different dances that y'all saw, this Coming to America actually had some representation, right? Yeah, those are my people from around the country that do this thing called West African drum and dance. And some of those people are Senegalese, straight from Senegal, that have come over here and settled. Some of those people are African Americans. Some of those people are born in the Caribbean. Some of those people are, point is, we're all Black people coming together to represent and to participate in the culture. and to put on a production. All of those people don't believe in the same God. All of those people don't believe in God. All of those people don't even drum and dance as frequently as some of the other people. And my point in saying all of that is there's a lot of uncontrolled variables that go along with the question of, can we ever unify? And the variables that can be controlled, well, we're too busy arguing once again about, who's live stream, who's likes, and how many shares, and um, should we defend Black organizations regardless to what rhetoric they spew, and just everything all lumped into this big gumbo super arguments. Watching people's live streams, low key sneak dissing, put the one thumbs down on the video, be the one person to thumb a video down every time, whoever that is. Like, I told y'all I'm turned today because I'm sick and tired of people spinning their wheels. I watch people from a personal trainer's point of view spin their wheels for years, work out in the gym, and they spin their wheels. My man benched 225 for 10 reps for 10 years straight. You ain't thought to even bump it up to 275 one time? Like, what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? And with that, I'll go ahead and pass the mic.
Your mic muted, Kofi.
Oh, okay. I was telling brother Wuja.
Hey, Hotep. Peace. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Hotep.
All right, peace. Hey, so peace to the panel, peace to everybody. T'Challa, Sutek, Iniharet, Satepin Ra, Satepin Ray, and Kofi. Peace to the channel and listeners. Peace. Yeah, this topic caught my attention. I had just finished class, and actually I was getting ready to run some errands, and I just happened to click on YouTube, and whoever's live that I subscribe to, how it shows up at the top or whatever. And I saw the title. I said, well, let me sit down for 5 minutes and tune in for a second before I leave out. Because this is a topic, I think T'Challa just said it. This is a topic that I talk about. I like when it ever comes up and find people that are willing to talk about it. Unfortunately, I can't stay and talk as long as you all are probably going to have a discussion. But I just want to give my 2 cents because I typed into the chat. What I said in the chat was that the question itself is unanswerable. And I just want to explain that because the title of the video that caught my attention was, will we ever get along? Will we ever unify? And will we ever support one another? And so I say that those questions are unanswerable because something very simple, but it's a very big problem. And I have to use this word in a contradictory way, but we have never defined the we. And so I'm gonna give you an example. If I was to tell you all, if I start a sentence and say, he won $1 million last year and spent it all already. And I just came on the show and I just said that to you, like I'm saying right now. He won $1 million last year and he spent it already. The first question y'all will ask me is, who is he? Because he is a pronoun and you have no idea who I'm talking about. So when we, and I use this contradictory in a contradictory way right now, but if we never define the we in the first place, then everything after that becomes vague and generalized. And that's a problem. And that's why it never gets answered and it never becomes actionable. There's no action or execution because the we has never been defined. And so that's in my opinion, that should be the number one core focus that these conversations should shift to, because without doing that first, you're never gonna find an answer. You're never gonna be successful at answering or executing anything without first defining the we. And so what is the we predicated upon? What is the inclusion and exclusion of the we? Like we played ball yesterday. There, that has to include somebody who actually played some basketball and exclude people who didn't. So that we first has to be defined. Is it defined based on I'm just give examples. Is it defined based on skin color? Is it defined based on gender? Is it defined based on ideologies? Is it, what's the inclusion and exclusion in that initial we? Because remember, we is a first person plural pronoun. And if you ever start a story or a sentence off with pronouns, nobody is going to understand who or you're talking about. And so this topic is defeating itself. Not you all, of course. I'm saying this question that we try to address, because I had a discussion about it, many times before, and you come to realize at the end of the day, without that we being defined in the very first place, you're not going to get very far or be very productive in trying to figure things out. So I just want to put that on the table, because it's as small as that seems, as trivial as that seems, that's a very big issue. So I think that needs to be defined. We. Who are the we?
Yeah, I said we in the beginning. When I said we, I gave specifically what's going on right now and what's been going on. So I named who I was specifically talking about: the Dagger Squad, Masi Warrior Clan, Seshu Ma'ani Literature, Kofi Piesie Research Team, New Black Knowledge, Amin Ra Squad, Pseudo Killers, and I might have named a few. I'm talking about the people that's in what we call this so-called conscious community. And I'm naming them because majority of the people that's in the chat right now, they support these various platforms. And these various platforms, a lot of us don't fool with each other for whatever reason it is. A lot of us don't like each other for whatever various reason it is. A lot of us disagree with each other for whatever various reason is. I don't know what the reasons are. So, and I'm saying, and my thing is, like, what are we doing? Like, what is the overall objective of what are we doing? Because a lot of people, whether we know it or not, you know what I'm saying? Everybody in the chat and even people on the panel respect certain, the platforms of certain people in the platforms, but like the bickering and the arguing and the bud and the disagreement. So I'm talking about, when I'm saying will we be able to unify? You know what I'm saying? Will we be able to get along? So the defining of we right now is these platforms in this so-called conscious community. Because I mean, we see it since I've been in since I got exposed to the so-called conscious community in 2013. My face started being on the YouTube streams in 2015 with the Seshu Mahani Meta Nature, then the Masi Warrior Clan, and then the Kofi Piesie Research Team imprint. And since I've been in, it's been always some bickering, some back and forth, somebody disagreeing. There goes some ad hominems. This platform don't want to fool with this platform, or this platform don't like the way they exhibiting this type of information, or this platform don't like what's going on in the chat. Just various things. So the we is those platforms that I just named. But
Okay.
I see we got go ahead.
Yeah, just real quick. So yeah, I missed that jumping in. So I appreciate that. I totally missed you naming names. But even hearing you name the names, right? That's a step. That's a part of it. But that has to be taken further, because you now have to define what makes it the we. So like you name the platforms, right? The different platforms and maybe teams, groups, and etc. To ask Unify on the basis of the we. So again, like, you know, those are separate, you know, entities or whatever the case is. So whenever you have an inclusion or a category, you have to, you know, by default, you have both an inclusion requirement and exclusion. Okay. So what that has to be defined, because that's going to help with the answer to the unification, because everybody doesn't have the same agenda, everybody doesn't have the same inspiration, everybody doesn't have the same motives, et cetera, et cetera. So until, not only naming names, you know, that's part of it, but further you have to define it now, the inclusion and exclusion rule or law. So, and that's going to help answer the question to the unification, because we is a I mean, I'm not trying to be you know, because this is, it gets into a whole long boring thing, but we in and of itself is unified. I mean, if you think about it, it's because we is the first person plural. That plurality in the first person is a unification statement. So although naming names, that's not really a we. That's really a separate singles. Those are separate singles, and you're trying to come up with the we, which is the unification. And so that's what I mean by defining what would include people in that group and what would exclude people in that group out of all the groups that you mentioned. And so that has to be kind of outlined and determined, and that will help on both sides. It will help see what's the problem, what the disagreements, and then it will align people up to say, okay, let me get with that, and then I'll be included with this, you know, unification and whatnot. But as far as what's, you know, specifics, I'm not privy to that. You know, I kind of, you know, I personally view a lot of that stuff as noise, and you know, I'm not about that noise. So, you know, that's why you see me absent from a lot of the shenanigans and, you know, the different degrees of it. I really don't have time or tolerance for it. And so I'm coming now because this topic is very interesting to me. But unfortunately, yeah, I have to go. So I want to say peace to everybody. You know, I'm coming and going right away. If y'all still on when I get back from making my runs, I'll definitely tune back in, because this is an interesting topic for me. Or maybe I'll pick up you know, as a second part to this topic, or, you know, to further discuss it. So I appreciate you allowing me. Come on.
All right, man. Peace to you. All right, we got Brother Garfield and Akumi Dejed, if I pronounced his name right. Brother Garfield, you can unmute your mic, man, if you got something.
Hey, peace. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right. Regarding the topic, I don't think there's an issue with people getting along. I think it's just that some people can't handle disagreements. And they can't handle disagreements. Some people are mature in handling disagreements. Some people are immature in handling disagreements. You know, you can disagree on a topic. And I've never seen this before in my life where brothers, I'm talking about men, I'm not even talking about a woman, I'm talking about men be like, I'm not talking to this dude because of his opinion and this, and it's a squabbling, disagreement over scholarship that none of us is responsible for. And it's just crazy. I mean, if you look at every one of us that study, without you guys writing a book, and even when you write a book, you're using sources to write a book. None of us created these sources. And I would see people argue over sources like they were the ones that wrote it. And that's crazy. And then you have some folks who feel like I know more than everybody else, so it doesn't matter what you think. I think the whole thing is just more of an ego. People can't disagree. I'm this type of dude. If I disagree with you today, 2 hours later, I don't give a damn about the topic. But not everybody's built like Garfield. I don't hold on to stuff. Now it seems like it's about we having different teams and people trying to be the best team out of all the teams, and it seems like there's a competition, which is cool to me. But some people might take that the wrong way. But I just feel we can all disagree, but we gotta agree to disagree as a group. I don't think anybody in Kofi Piesie team or with the Mossy or anything should have any quarrels or with MBK and we shouldn't have any quarrels. We can have disagreements, but we don't have to be it turn into like this big fight. Like, like, I mean, for people that say they are knowledgeable and all that stuff, this community is just the worst, and it's just not a good example when we are supposed to be the ones with knowledge and information. I'm Garfield. There's nobody in the Dagger Squad I know have any quarrels with anybody. I mean, we might have disagreements, and people might want to have people up and like, oh, you did this 2 years ago, and that little, the little feminine trait stuff. But well, not feminine trait stuff, but it's kind of disagreements that allow you to not get along with somebody. We got to get over these stupid, silly, small disagreements. I think that's what the issue is. I don't think. I'm gonna give you an example, Kofi. I made a comment one day on my show, and my brother was in this. Brother from Marcy was in the chat. He went back. Apparently, I must have told you guys. Oh, Garfield was talking about Marcy Warrior Clan, and it became a sting to the point where you was calling me to find out if we had a problem. And I'm like, the problem started with somebody just saying something. It shouldn't even be an issue. Why would Garfield have a problem with Kofi? So that person now going back created a whole brouhaha till I got to cut that person off because it's a stupid disagreement that didn't have to go nowhere. So it turns like a gossiping circus now. We have to do better as a people. Each individual have to look at themselves. I'm a very open guy, and I speak my mind. I don't hold to anybody's code. No street code, no code. I don't go by anybody's code. I don't go by that. I'm Garfield. So when I say something, I'm representing me. But to a large extent, I'm representing Dagger Squad too. But at the end of the day, any form of disagreements people have, it gotta be something with sense, and then we gotta fix the disagreement. If you have a disagreement about a topic, talk about the topic and deal with it like men. But the whole back and forth and this person talking because you're not a part of this crew, and it's just ridiculous. And to answer your question, will we all get along? No, we won't. We won't all get along. No, it's not possible. In my opinion, it's not. Because people's personalities are different. We bounce off one another. I love what Massey brings to the table. I love what NBK brings to the table. I love what Zulu Killers bring. I love what Amira Spot bring. I love what everybody bring, but not everybody's like Garfield. Not everybody's like me. So if we have disagreements, it's good to have disagreements, but on the overall picture of dealing with each other on a crew level, because we all connected to some way, somehow. On a basis that we're all connected, interconnected with information, we should be good. We shouldn't even be having this conversation. We should all be good. But I'm just saying the disagreements that we have on information is the problem. People can't say, hey, you're right and I'm wrong. And people can't admit they're wrong about stupid information that we didn't even own. We never did the research for it, but we fight over it like we the ones that dug up the stuff in anywhere in Africa or whatever. We act like we did it. We didn't do it. And some people, because they read more books than others, will act like, hey, you know what? You can't say nothing because you ain't do the studies that I did. You know, it's like we disagree over the stupidest things. I say we will never get along, all of us. Some of us will, but we will never get along as a whole.
So okay,
this is a small area, and this is just us.
Yeah, right. But so what would it take? Like, I'm like, okay, with the disagreements, I don't have a problem with anybody disagreeing with anything I say, long as they do it respectfully. That's my thing. Long as you do it respectful. So we're talking about respect. So how do we get each other to respect each other? Because like I'm saying, I'll be a fool, or anybody on the platform will be a fool to think that everybody is going to agree with everything that you say. No, that's not going to happen. But where do we fall short at when we disagree, and then the ad hominems and because people, like, we try to stay out of everything. Like we try to stay out of everything, But we always get drawn in. People always throwing slick disses. Like it was, somebody dissed us the other day, and we have nothing to do with it. So I'm saying, where did the
let me ask you this, Kofi. Let me say this. The other day, I watched a video last night. I actually downloaded it, and I want to take my time because I don't really watch. If I don't watch you live or play it on my show, I really don't have the time to really watch videos. I go to sleep listening to Masi. Like if I'm going to bed at 11 o'clock, I'll put a Masi Warrior Clan on because I know I'm not able to watch live. I have to watch it that night or watch the videos that night. So I don't really be in everybody's chat. And at the end of the day, technology allows us to watch people on replay. So the beautiful thing about YouTube, you could always watch it anytime. But the thing is, people are going to draw everybody in. I heard some comments, and I have to make a video. I'm going to have to make a video tomorrow. Because the reason why I have to make the video is because, you see, when you're talking, I'm not perfect. Garfield in any way, shape, or form. I have my faults. I don't know what my faults are, and I could work with my faults. I could stop being how I am. You have a Garfield that will come out one day to be a pure asshole. So, and that's just me. But at the end of the day, I think a lot of people talk from a position like they are better because they read something and they study something. So I'm better. And sometimes I might come off like I'm better when it comes to Hebrew Israelites and the Bible and all that stuff. But the thing is, you as a group, Masi Warrior Clan is really a silent partner to scholarship in the community. Meaning that you guys bring so much to the table, I don't think you guys get the respect that you deserve because of what you're bringing and what you're trying to do. And at times, it puts you in a position like, damn, look at what we're doing, and people not paying their attention to us like they should. But at the end of the day, you guys are humble with it. You don't go around and say, you don't know this, ha ha ha, and laugh at people. You should know this, ha ha, and act like you the best in town and with all the ego. On the other hand, I see during the video I'm watching with NBK, let me just say that out loud. I'm not going to go behind anybody. I was very disappointed with that video. And I'm disappointed because if you're going to say NBK is dead, which I think is ego talk, because we know NBK is not going anywhere. They're not going nowhere. So, and to call and bring out stuff and saying, oh, people are talking behind people's back and all this stuff. And I'm there saying, this is very interesting. I'm going to have to make a response video to this because there seems to be a bit tip of hypocrisy here. And I hope they didn't pull. I didn't finish watching the video, but I hope they didn't pull you guys in the video. I think they were referring to something with Sean. I think I might be wrong, but
yeah, I mean that, but it was something else. Like it's always, it's always something slick. It's always something subliminal. But it was something somebody else said, and they was directing it toward us. They were directing it toward Kofi Piesie Research Team. And I'll say it's the books. Like we put out 7 books last year. So someone shot, made shots like, that's funny business. Square. I own something about publishing books. I don't forgot exactly what it was, but it was a shot toward us, and we ain't got nothing to do with what the previous show was supposed to be about when Danny and Alan got on there and they started venting out. But like I'm saying, we just always get pulled in some stuff, and we never say anything about anybody or even disrespect. Even when we feel like we being disrespected by certain people, we still don't come in and make a show and we attack and we talk about people and add hominins and bring people family into whatever's going on.
Kofi, you know what though? You should be glad that the stuff that they said came out because that's how they really feel. You should be glad. You see, this is the thing. When you say get along, why would you want to get along with somebody who feels that way though? You see, this is the problem. Everybody's never gonna get along. This is why I say it will never happen. Everybody have their own way of doing things. Now, I heard some shots being taken at Sean because of something that Sean said in the chat, or whatever. So maybe the shots are really at Sean, but I don't think the book should have been brought into it. That's going overboard. But maybe it's a good thing it came out, because maybe that's how they feel. They're keeping it real, right? They're going by their code, their street code. But their code allowed them to talk about whatever you said they talked about. And so that's a good thing. I don't think it's a bad thing that they mentioned or through their words. They're telling you how they feel. I support them on that, because I'd rather them say it than not say it. So now I ask you this now that you know how they feel, do you want to get along with those people? That's the issue, Kofi. Now that you have a disagreement, are you willing to say, I want to be cool with these dudes? That's the issue.
Right. I mean, I don't have a problem. I done interviewed 2 people from off of that platform. It's just certain individuals that I don't respect, but I'll still support that platform. And my thing is, like, we have to set the example, like, for people that's coming behind us. Like, you know, I just don't think it's a good look, man, for us to be, like I'm saying, I don't have a problem with nobody disagreeing with anything I say or anybody else say or the team saying. We don't have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? It's just about the respect aspect. Let's do it as men. Just like you mentioned a thing, and I want, you know, and he's on here too. You know, Sutek's on here, and he can say whatever he want to say. But I'm saying, like, when that was brought to me about whatever you said, like, I called you. Like, I didn't call you to be on no rah, because that's not me.
No. I never felt you were. I felt that I felt like I don't go by nobody's code. I'm gonna say that I don't go by no street code, no honor code. No, I go by what I live by. I treat people the way I want to be treated. The issue is, it shouldn't have got to the point where you're calling me. It shouldn't have got to that point. All I said, bro, was that, you remember the video that I had to take down because when Kofi was talking about the stuff with him and the girl? That's all I said.
Yeah.
That's all I said. That shouldn't be, hey, yo, Kofi talking about you, man. Or it shouldn't have gone there. There's no reason for that to go anywhere. That is my point. That is just straight up, like, it's not like I'm gossiping and say, yo, Kofi crazy, man. I was saying that we need to have a better delivery in how we teach history. We need to make it more sexier. That was my main point that I was trying to drive home. We all need to be more sexy, just like our home team history. They sexy with their delivery. They sexy. Now, I'm not saying they're the best, or they're not the best, or they don't have good information, or they have bad information. The whole point was, we need to be more sexy with our delivery. The word sexy that I use might not be the best word to use, but I know intelligent people understand what I was saying. But the point is, it shouldn't have gotten to the point where you're calling my phone for some sort of explanation, for a simple comment on a video. I felt real perturbed over that. I felt I'm like, wow, I can't say nothing on a video now with somebody, and I should have probably answered the phone call. I probably was wrong. That probably was bad judgment on my part. But I just felt it shouldn't have gotten to the point where you're calling my phone about this, because that's not the point. I wasn't talking about Kofi or have a problem with Kofi. My point was that we need to be more sexy with our delivery, our overall delivery to the community, because none of these dudes in the community got better information than us. Ain't nobody dropping knowledge about West Africa better than you guys. Whether nobody dropping knowledge about Black American history better than NDK. Ain't nobody destroying the pseudos better than the pseudo killers. Ain't nobody dealing with the Bible better than Dagger Squad. Everybody has their lane. That is my point. My point is, we got to be more sexy with our delivery. We got to be more organized. We got to deliver better. It ain't nothing against Kofi or Masi or whatever. But I mean, come on. You know, that whole thing was just totally unnecessary in my point. And I felt like my brother Sutek should have never went back and said anything. That's how I felt. That's how I felt as a man. He shouldn't have went back. It's just like without homegirl or homeboy, whoever went back and gave NBK the screenshot. You understand what I'm saying? And it's people come back and give me screenshots in their back stuff when they talk about me. That's the problem. You see, I could. This is why I'm shocked that NBK is saying this, because I got crazy screenshots of people in their back that was talking about me. People calling me about stuff they saying about me in the back chat, and I don't go and make 10,000 videos and say I'm going to lock down. So I'm kind of shocked. I don't think NBK is dead anyway. I think they were saying that. They must be mad right now. They're in the feeling. They'll be back in 2 weeks. There's too much information there. They ain't going nowhere. But my point is, just going back and saying this and that's part of the disagreements that's causing problems. That's causing the problems.
All right, so I'll let you say all that. This is Suit. First off, these are my brothers. This is my family. When you speaking something on my brothers and my family, and I say brothers and family because this is more than a research team. When you speaking on these people and they're not around, they have the right to know. We have the right to know. See, you saying you don't live by codes. Maybe that's the issue because we do. We are brothers, and this is the code that we live by. We don't let people go around and saying whatever about us if we're not there to speak for ourselves. Now, you did say that we should make West Africa more sexy. The thing is, I didn't have a problem with that. What I said in the chat was, we're not here to make history sexy. That's a romanticism. We're here to tell the facts. We're not with the rah rah. So we're not going to get as many views as these other people. We're not cussing people. And this is what I said in the chat. We're not cussing people out. We're not disrespecting your mom. We're not talking shit to people. We're not saying nigga fuck you. We're not doing all that. So we're not gonna get these same views. We're not gonna get these big followers. But the few fan base that we do have, we'll fuck with them. We cool with them because they're loyal to us. They're not here because we entertaining them. They here because we educating them. You took that a certain way and ran with it. I don't know now to give you the benefit of the doubt. It may be because it was typed out. That we know it could be discrepancies in text messages, and you know what I'm saying. If there's no audible voice to put to that message to kind of grasp the concept or the context of how a person is feeling, it might get misconstrued. But you took what I said the wrong way. And then you went on a rant and started being disrespectful. And that's when I told my brothers. It didn't have nothing to do with West Africa being sexy. I'm cool with that. You have a right to your opinion. I'm a man. I'm not sensitive about that. But when you start disrespecting me on your platform because of something I said that you felt like I may have felt some type of way, which I didn't. I'm just telling you, we're not here for that. We don't do that. And if that causes us not to get as many viewers as these bigger platforms, so be it. We're not here for that. You feel like that people have to, because we make videos, we gotta have all the views. No, we don't. We don't gotta have all the viewers. If all the viewers comes with that type of price, then we don't need it. And that was my point. You took that.
All right. Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
When I said West Africa needs to be more sexy, did you just say that if it means to, what was the word that you used a while ago? If it means to what?
What did I say?
If it means to use the R word, romanticize. Why would I mean? No, I never. That's why a conversation before a response, you should be like, yo, Kofi, what do you mean by that? You got 3 different names in the Dagger Squad back. You could have asked me, like, Kofi, what do you mean by sexy? So now you ran with that romanticizing. Ain't nobody asking anybody to romanticize. I'm anti. Why do you think I'm beefing with Jabari? Because of the romanticizing. So why would I say sexy to mean romanticizing West Africa No, I'm a strong proponent of pushing West Africa in our communities. I feel that we have failed. All of us have failed, including me, in not promoting and pushing the culture of West Africa, whether it's positive or negative, but the real history. Because everybody thinks that West Africa is about pushing a damn earring in your nose or in your lip and feeding cows and putting your hands in the cows' butts. Everybody, that's their image of West Africa. So I always say we have been lousy. The only thing I always try to do is tell people my DNA goes back to West Africa, and I'm attached to the Akan people or to the Igbo. I always say that's what we need to do, trace our roots. But otherwise, as far as the culture, I don't know about the culture like you guys, so I don't teach it. But the point I'm trying to say with sexy is our delivery and how we do things. It ain't got nothing to do with romanticizing. All right? But at the end of the day, the reason why I did say something, because you did say something in the beginning that irked my spirit. That shouldn't have happened. That's why I said the things that I said. But you know what though? But this is a lesson though, because I'm not mad. I'm not mad with you. I'm not mad with you. The minute I said my piece, I'm done. But the point is, you could have came to Garfield. I don't recall disrespecting anybody, but if I did, I apologize. But at the end of the day, though, it shouldn't. That's your brother and your family. But it's in the he saying going back. I don't do the going back stuff, because that going back stuff is just like people say stuff about me all the time. I don't go back and make tons of videos. I could make 100,000 videos about people saying shit about me, but I don't, because it's stupid. That little conversation I made about it not being sexy, it wasn't regarding you. It wasn't regarding Massey alone. It was regarding Dagger Squad too. Did you forget that part? It was regarding Dagger Squad. It was regarding all the squads, as a matter of fact. It wasn't just Massey. So for you to single it out and take it, oh, that's my brother's, man.
I don't have a problem with the sexy part. I don't,
man. I'm gonna talk about. You know what? I'm gonna talk about Massey tomorrow. Make sure you go back and tell him what I said tomorrow. It good or bad, it is going back stuff is crazy. It's crazy. Not everything make for talk. And Jamaica was say, and not everything good for talk. And not everything for talk.
Yeah, that sounds.
Come on, man. That what I said was them being sexy. It had nothing to do with romanticizing. You took it that way.
But that's the issue, though. It's not about the sexy part. That's an opinion, which I'm fine with that. Anybody is free to have an opinion on the Massey Warrior Clan, the Kofi Piesie Research Team. That's cool. But once I say my opinion, and then you start getting disrespectful, and then I come back the next day, and then you start off your next show the next day being disrespectful to me. That's the problem.
Because
it wasn't just
I felt what you did. I felt what you did.
Okay, so why couldn't you come to me and talk to me again?
Nah, because you know what it is. I did what I did because you know basically what you did. You could have caused a wedge between me and Sean and Kofi with what you did.
Bro, everybody's back and I couldn't call for a wedge or nothing.
Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. That could have caused a wedge. Just that little conversation and misunderstanding could have caused a wedge between me and Kofi and y'all. Just that little conversation. So if you never said anything, it wouldn't have been nothing. You could have said, "Hey, Garfield, what do you mean by sexy?" How many times? I mean, anybody that listens to Dagger Squad heard you use that terminology before. We got to make our credit sexy. We got to do this to make our information more sexier. Like me, like right now, I got flyers on every 24/20. I'm not a flyers guy. I don't know what to do with a graphic, but it make my channel look prettier, make it look sexier. To see all the 24/20, all 20 interviews got a flyer as the thumbnail. It makes my channel look sexier. And that's just that alone makes it look sexier, more attractive. That's the point I was trying to make. Nothing about romanticizing. None of that. But I'll leave it there, brother. I'll leave it there.
Yeah, maybe I'm tripping because I'm still. It's the point of it is still is not about sexy. You still making the contention about the sexy part. When you said sexy, I said that's not what we do here. We're about this. That shouldn't have been an issue. Right after that, you start disrespecting me. I said, you said we should make West Africa more sexy. I said, well, we ain't here to be sexy. This is what we're here to do. That shouldn't have caused the issue. That's one person saying an opinion. That's the other person saying their opinion. There's no disrespect there, unless I'm missing something.
All right, y'all.
Whoa. Let me jump in, Kofi. Let me say something.
Hold on, who was that? Who was that?
That's on.
Introduce yourself, brother. That's what Unc be doing to people. What's up, Unc?
Well, y'all in this.
You can't sneak in, by the way, just for the record. You're not a sneaker.
I ain't sneaking in, man. I'm trying to sneak in, man. I'm sitting back listening to y'all, right? So I think I was trying to get on my damn computer because I hate this stupid phone shit, man. But I pretty much have figured out what the hell it is, right? And it's people like my fault, Garfield's fault, the older guys' fault. Because we don't be around enough, you know what I'm saying, to mix this shit up with y'all so we can really get to know each other. Because based off what I know about Garfield, you know what I'm saying, man, he one of the most loyal motherfuckers from day one. From day one, he's a loyal guy, right? Over the last 10 years, I ain't never known nothing but loyalty from him. Now, that don't mean he necessarily going to be loyal to you, but he's loyal to me and whatever I try to create and vice versa. So he would never willingly disrespect the Mossy, knowing that me and Ben and the Heasy started this shit. He know that's hands off, that's family. And vice versa, like the Dagger Squad is hands off. Like that's the motherfucking artillery unit. That's the intelligence leg. That's the I got your motherfucking back all the way. Like you ain't got to worry about when everybody against you, I got your back. And then to tell you your ass is wrong at the end of the day. Now, the younger brothers coming up, they don't get it. Garfield been calling the I'm a Raw Squad fucking boring from day one. Assault's a boring motherfucker. Wu-Jai boring as hell. Y'all like that's a running joke. So if he say the Mossy is boring or whatever he said, then he really meant it. But he meant it in a way where you supposed to take it and say you damn right. Because Garfield, you stand shit, and you really stand shit. So the Mossy was really tailored towards people who not gonna be in none of this shit that getting. Not unless I need help. They ain't gonna do none of the Dagger Squad shit, none of that. It's an entity unto itself that exemplifies scholarship and good character and all the shit and all the mistakes that I made. We ain't gonna make them same mistakes. We're gonna stay out that shit. So he really gave you a compliment. The sexy shit, no, the Mossy is the Mossy. You don't gotta be sexy because Garfield say so. You ain't gotta dive in this shit because Unc say so. Man, just be the Mossy. That's enough. That's renowned. That's known throughout Africa, the Mossy. And I ain't talking about the actual tribe that you find in Chancellor Williamsworth. I'm talking about the scholarship group. That shit is renowned. And the nigga with the biggest platform is the young pseudo. And who cares about that fool? So being big, being small, it's these families about being accurate at what we do. And they're gonna always call us boring. They might not call me boring because I'm cussing the motherfucker out. And for real, that's not always the best way to communicate to black people, but I just can't hold my temper. But with the Mossy do, yo, man, I love that shit, man. With Kofi do, I love that shit. Born my ass. Okay. Who is more born than Assault? Who is more born than Wu-Jai? Nobody. But they should be not pussy tight. So the point I'm trying to make is we weren't about the wrong shit because I swear young Pharaoh is fucking entertaining, but he's dumb as bricks and he'll run the community into a motherfucking ocean to drown. Have us all dead around this motherfucker, literally. Not taking vaccines, making crazy ass decisions, thinking we Superman. We'll be all our kids will not make it to the age of reproduction and intelligence. So listen, man, we just probably gotta get on the phone more often. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get to know Garfield. He talks shit. He built for the talk shit. I dragged the nigga into the talk shit. He was quiet on his blog talk show, teaching the Bible with the scholarly shit. And I dragged the nigga in literally. I dragged him in by his fucking heels, and he was holding on. I ain't trying to do it, and I never forget it, yo. I don't know, 125th. The nigga was like, yo, I'm not doing, nope. I was like, all right, just come and say hi to the camera. He came in, and I disappeared on him with the mic. So Garfield didn't come in this motherfucker trying to get none of that shit. I swear to goodness, yo. Like, y'all should go back and look at some of his old work. Man, he respects y'all, yo, or else he would say it, yo. At the end of the day, we play rough and we talk shit. So what? So what they think that Mossy is born? Fucking Sean ain't born. Sean likes standing as much shit as I do. But when he get on the Mossy, he chills. Why you think when I get on the Mossy, I'm just a little bit animated today because I see exactly what the problem is. We just need to kick it a little more. Like, that man don't dislike what you do or what the Mossy do. And if somebody telling you that, shoot the fucking messenger because it ain't the truth. And in the back tag, we all talk shit. Like, so what? Hell, motherfuckers like MBK mad as shit. They some shit talking niggas in the back chat. But who cares about the back chat? It's the back chat. Nigga might had a drink. Nigga might just be talking shit. But when y'all see you in public, we don't be doing that shit. That shit ain't real. It's niggas talking shit. And we all feel like our group is the best. You can look at John Gotti and the crew. They all spoke them in together, but they all talk shit about each other crew. It was what the fuck it was. It's human behavior. You're more closer to your inner circle than everybody on the outside. Let me be the first one to say, ain't nothing but love around here. Just like the MBK wasn't formed to act a fucking fool like goddamn Rob Bourne be acting. And I know I act more of a fool than Rob Bourne. But that's not what MBK wasn't built for that, for the battleship. I came in here with the battleship, battling, cussing niggas out, giving you facts, me and Seti side by side. Man, that's some shit we created because we had to do it. But the groups that was formed after that, yo, it's just not, it's not based off of that. The Amaral Squad kept them in some shit because this is how people learn. Let's jump in the conversation. But that's my job to do that. That ain't the Mossy job to do that. That's what Sean like doing. Sean like beating motherfuckers up unmercifully. But as a whole, that's not what the like Ben, like the Mossy, like this Ben baby. Although we may have started together, man, but the nigga, the caretaker of the group, the leader of the group, you know what I'm saying? It's Ben, and that ain't what he want to do. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all some serious shit. I done got Ben in all kinds of shit to the point where we up on stage, and this nigga ready to beat some niggas up, literally. His wife dived in the shit fucking with me. So I'm just saying, dog, like, don't take that shit personal. Be glad that you did that a nigga think you born. Because the shit you saying is accurate as a motherfucker. Most people sit there and listen to y'all long there and listen to me. So I wouldn't take that. Don't take that shit personal. Look at your works. Look at the books. Don't worry about that shit.
Yeah, but that's cool. I think that, I don't know if Garfield said it or you just said it. I think we just need to get to know each other. We just need to get to know everybody. Like I'll be honest. Like, I know just about every. I don't know Garfield that much. I know that Sean's man. I know me and Garfield done talked on the phone.
He loyal like you, Kofi. Hey, right. Kofi. He loyal like you. He loyal like Nahisi. He loyal like Sean. You know how loyal Sean is. You know how loyal you is. That's Garfield, yo. Listen, bro. Listen. Watch this. I don't have nothing but loyal people around me, yo. You ever wondered why? Because that's how my life was saved in Baltimore, Maryland. I had people that was loyal to me. Nobody snitched. Nobody tried to get the bag off each other, yo. And I realized that anything I did, I had to attract that same type of people. He's loyal. You just don't know him. He's loyal because you, my man, he gonna fuck with you. He gonna fuck with the Mossy. He might say, man, them niggas is on my head, but I gotta fuck with them. So you're right. We just gotta really get to know each other better. But at the end of the day, man, the loyalty is there, man. Like, if he said y'all was born or need to shit, so what, nigga? You need to stop. I tell Golf, you need to stop talking about Jesus Christ every goddamn day.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the bigger thing. Like, we just, because I'm like, with me, you know what I'm saying? I'm not referring back to Garfield or anything. It's just like with me, like, me and you, we solid. We solid. We solid. We loyal to each other. We we talk on the phone, we text each other, you know what I'm saying? We look out for each other, right? We know each other. And I just think like if I didn't know you, hey, that's just me. I wouldn't make jokes about somebody I don't know. Like me and Sean, like we be in the chats talking about each other, even when we in the back chats and we talk on, even when we on Kofi Piesie Research Team or we on Mossy, we may talk about each other. And people may be looking crazy, but I can do that because that's my man. I know him. So, you know, I ain't gonna, whatever he say about me, I'm not gonna take it personally. I just think sometimes that when people do say something and they don't know him, you know, it's easy for you to take them, even if they, you know, they just kidding. It's easy for you to take what they saying personally because you don't know that person, you know, and that person don't know you. So sometimes it can be like, you know, so that's why I'm saying we just are like, I have a personal relationship like with most of the people with the group, you know, with Sar, you, Wu Jiao, Sanjetti, shit, Nahisi, Ben. There's so many people, even on the outside. I just think we just all need to just get to know each other, man. And then just do things together. Like, you know, do things together. Like going back to the support. The support part, we just need to start supporting. And, you know, I went on a whole rant about the support thing. Like the whole thing about the support. We support everybody else. Like I got tons of books back here right now. You know what I'm saying? I got, you know, so I support and we support everybody. That's our main thing is supporting everybody, whether it's sharing their shows, whether it's when they go live on their live, telling people about their platform, telling people about their various products, whether it's books, whether it's clothing, you know, whether it's DVDs, shirts, you know, whatever it is. You know, I think, you know, that's a main thing too, man. We just gotta be able to support each other and, you know, be able to talk to each other. You know
You
what
said
I'm saying?
something important. You say, yo, like some people you shouldn't play with, but that's when the phone call gotta come. See, before that shit get too outrageous, the phone call gotta come. You get what I'm saying, Kofi? Like, I don't like what Garfield said. All right, call me up. Call the big homie up. Yo, let me get you in touch with Garfield. Y'all had a conversation, yo. That's how that's got to be. The shit can't play out in front of everybody's eyes. Y'all see, what the hell you talking about? You and MBK was beefing. No, we was beefing because stay the fuck out my business show when I'm beating up a known cult, and a known anti-vaxxer group that ain't did nothing but bring in crazy ass white people. Like there's no defending young Pharaoh. Everybody know if you defend young Pharaoh or SETI, you know what I'm saying? After I made a statement, we're gonna war until you get tired, because I'm never gonna get tired. I'm never gonna get tired of beating up the Nation of Islam and that cult. So if you dive in there, you get whatever you get. It's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get knocked down, drag out. It's gonna be all that. Because my platform built for that. Corey platform built for that. Kent shit built for that. Chef is built for the all out. I'm fucking. We ain't even talking research team no more. We cussing niggas out. So if you want to go down that hell of a road, then that's the road you're going down. You feel me? But if you MBK, what you do is you be like, okay, I'm wrong on that. You told me you don't fuck with it. And then you go do some presentations, you know what I'm saying, on the Nation of Islam. Now, don't drag our names in that shit. Don't ever put me in the same name with the fucking police. Or the whatever the fuck what they call them motherfuckers, COINTELPRO, not me, because niggas just shot me up, you know what I'm saying? And I know who the fuck shot me up, and I ain't never went to no motherfucking police. I'm talking about my life, you know what I'm saying, could have been ended. So don't never, you can't even joke. Watch this. That's some shit you can't even joke with me. Because I still go home to this day. So you can't joke, you can't say COINTELPRO, right? Act like you called yourself COINTELPRO and everybody, with anybody I fuck with like that. Because I don't fuck with COINTELPRO. I don't fuck with the police. We house that shit in the street. I don't want no black man to go to jail. Even if you shot me, I don't want you to go to jail. And that's the way I was raised to see it. I don't see it no other way. So just do a presentation, talk your shit, and teach about what you think the Nation of Islam is. But if you start throwing rocks, like shit, we throwing rocks back. This shit ain't even gotta be the truth. But that's what we do. some mudslinging ass niggas if we got to be that. So I mean, the point I'm just saying, like, come on, man. Like, I don't dive in on a West African conversation too fucking hard because I know how I can get. Y'all specialize in fucking with that. So we gotta all know what our specialties is. And if we think the shit getting too out of hand, then we call each other. I talked to Raw Bourne. We dope. I talked to him. So you know what I mean, we just gotta before it get too heavy between the two brothers. And they just need to have a conversation. And you know, we just need to mix it up a little more often. Like, don't nobody fucking promote people's shit more than you. But before y'all, it was Garfield. Don't nobody promote shit. Garfield, man, our Garfield channel, his whole channel was dedicated to promoting everybody, yo. And he still do. The 20 for 20, the Mossy should have been on that motherfucker. Sean knew it. Where you at, Sean? Sean knew that shit. Kofi Piesie Research should be on there. He asked everybody too. I don't know what happened. So I'm just saying, yo, like, nah, man, like Garfield, no. When and we know how, like them 8-hour shows I be doing, man, fuck that shit, ignorant as hell. Yo, I'm not doing 8 hours. Let me do 3, and y'all do 3, and somebody else do 3, yo. This shit is retarded, yo.
Yo, that shit is crazy, yo.
It's crazy.
Hey, but hey, let me just say this to Sutek though. Sutek, I don't have men up. I don't hold feelings. So whatever I said at that time, that was it for me. That was dead for me. But I'll say this though. I'm a man, and we probably do need to have a conversation, me and you, because I do want people to understand. If at that moment when I said I wanted Mossy to be more sexier, and it wasn't only just about Mossy, it was about the daggers for everybody. But the issue is, let me just make it clear for a last time, I was not talking about romanticizing. All right?
Yeah,
and
that's cool. That's cool.
I think at the point
Hold on, Garfield.
when I said it, hold on one second.
You can critique bro. You can tell us how we can be more sexy right now. I don't have a problem with that. That's cool. Like we open
I'm
to
saying, who's talking? Is this Sutek?
Yeah, this Sutek.
Okay, because I don't know. All right,
Sutek mad because he can't cuss somebody out, Garfield. He can't cuss somebody out on the Mossy.
No, I'm saying at that specific point when I said it, I think you thought I meant romanticizing, and I think that's where everything kind of like got kind of crazy.
Nah, bro. Where everything got crazy is after I said we're not here for that. I may have been wrong in the way I took what you said, but I still said what I said respectfully and gave my opinion. I shouldn't be disrespectful. I shouldn't be disrespected for that. There's no reason for that. All I want is for you to acknowledge the problem and an apology. The problem ain't me thinking that you meant something else when you said. The problem is I said my opinion on it, which is respectful, and I got disrespected for that 2 days in a row.
What show was this, yo? I gotta listen to that. What show was that, Sutek?
Shit, it's been a while now. I don't even remember.
It's old. It's an old show.
Cause you being nice. Hey, Sutek, when you feel like cussing somebody out, man, come on over to the pseudo killers, yo, cuss somebody out. I don't have nothing on my chest. I get all this stuff.
Y'all a little more technical, yo. Y'all can't do it. Y'all be on this best behavior, yo. You know, damn well Sean have that. On this best behavior and shit. But that's the beauty of it.
Yeah, I just I just don't be. I ain't trying to call no other man out his name. I ain't calling him no bitch. That just ain't my thing. Cause I don't like being called no bitch. And then that ain't my thing. So I don't have no respect for people that act like that. There's always something. Like you can't get mad because somebody said something about your methodology and it was an error. You know what I'm saying? They pointed out the error and then you got offensive because the person recognized that you really didn't, when you put this together, you really didn't consider any form of methodology. You just try to slick put something together and then talk like you normally would talk. And you just got, you know what I'm saying? It just got brought up, and the next thing you know, you mad again. But you always been mad. You know what I mean? You got mad. People get mad at you when you don't choose sides, and I think that goes back, Kofi, to overall dealing with the title of the show, is that people began to hate me because I wouldn't choose sides. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
we was all in one conversation, and then Garfield gets kicked out of the conversation when they got extra mad because he wasn't saying something or whatever. And then everybody continued the conversation, and I'm the one in there like, why y'all kick him out? Why you just don't bring him back? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm saying those things because regardless of how all of they feeling, you know what I'm saying? To me, when all of that transpired, I just felt like it was weak. What one person did in particular was weak, because if I really had a problem with like Garfield per se, then I'm going to Garfield with my problem. I'm not going to the other people. Even if I did tell the other people, I'm still going to go to Garfield with my problem and not make it, you know what I'm saying, bigger than that. By going to the other people and never addressing Garfield, it became bigger. So any little thing will add on to that, and then they can three giggle off to the side while Garfield sitting here don't know what they're giggling about. You know what I mean? So it's the pettiness, it's the egos, it's our lack of communication. Where people not gonna support when they think that they got all the right information or whatever they think. It's all of those things. Like think about it this way. Like Sutek saying what he just said, even though it's live, but you know what I'm saying. Sutek saying what he's saying to Garfield, and Garfield having a chance to respond back to that. Like, it wasn't no, we gonna kick Garfield off and then Sutek gonna keep talking about it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, he's saying what he's saying so he can get it off on his side, because he was muted out in the check. I think I unblocked from and I don't think it was necessarily you, Garfield, that kind of muted him out. The disrespectful side can speak for itself, but it was like other people in the chat at that time. So my whole point is that until we do kind of work on that communication part, it's gonna always be some hostility and some differences. And if we ain't never gotta agree on the information, if the mission bigger than both of us, and which the mission is always bigger than both of us, because a lot of the books that we're reading or the people we're studying up under, or relay back as far as learning from, they set the bar, they set the agenda, but they also expose themselves to us as well on what happens with ego, what happens when people get into this personality worship, because you had some good organizations fall due to that. Like, you heard me mention plenty of times, like the Talented 10, part of their issues was they didn't have people being able to fund, but they also had some illegitimate reasons going on behind presidency, because everybody was supposed to have a turn to run things the way that they did. And then they had people backdooring each other and, you know what I'm saying, whispering behind the scenes of the Talented 10. And it's like pretty much your first team in the community just trying to go against white academia. But then we saw it play out in the Du Bois and Garvey situation as well. And then we seen it earlier on when it was like, I mean, in the 60s, when you got two prominent people, Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, you see that. So if you look at the history of it all, I mean, that's been a detriment to us all. Whether we in our small groups and whether we all agree and then we disagree on some stuff, or some of us all are not getting along or whatever, some of us ain't to the point where we like, well, I'm gonna go be a snake. You know what I mean? Because none of us really do that's here. We really ain't doing snakish things to do that. And truth be told, Garfield was supposed to fail 3 years ago. He wasn't supposed to have his channel built up. He wasn't supposed to have the amount of viewers that he was supposed to have. He was supposed to fall off. You know what I mean? He behind an old girl, behind old girl in Florida. He was supposed to fall off. See what I'm saying? But when people didn't take to that, it became a bigger issue, and then the hate increased, and then to a point to where, you know what, let it go. But it was still hate there. So I know too much, man. I'm just gonna be quiet.
Wasn't no hate on my part. I knew what was going. I knew what was up. Niggas tell me the truth. Niggas can always tell me the truth. I ain't left as much as I done been doing. I done did. Truth is the truth, yo. I'm alright. So you hitting it right on the nose, Sean. Man, we just like motherfucker act like a nigga had a blueprint to the shit we doing. Yo, ain't no damn blueprint, man. I just handled out arming. In that squad, it was on the fucking rules. Y'all start putting the goddamn organization in rules, and I ain't had no damn rules. Wasn't think about no damn rules. I was thinking about brothers coming together with some damn real information that would be helpful to the make. I understood the shit that was coming to our ears was ass backwards. I seen it. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I knew that a pandemic was gonna be around and having scientific literacy would have been the very thing that could save your life. I didn't know that, but what I knew was the shit we had was on a fucking popcorn train. It couldn't stop nothing. It was downright ridiculous. It's so damn subpar with the Bobby Hemmett, Phil Valentine. That shit was below water, subpar, absolute buffoonery, get your ass killed, just nothing for people. A waste of goddamn time. The whole Malachi York call shit was a waste of motherfucking time. You know what I'm saying? So I knew that much. Okay? Now it's gonna show up and realize that the shit we've been pushing was the very thing the fucking community needed, and whether they want to admit it or not, we were there in the forefront. But the misinformation that Phil Valentine, by him and Dr. Sabi shit, the shit fucked around and went super global. It was all in fucking hip hop, and that was the fucking message. You know what I'm saying? We knew it. Now the community is trying to combat that shit. We was combating that shit from the fucking root, and we knew what it was. So, man, come on, yo, the glory, man, fuck all that. We ain't gonna get no glory, yo. It's simple as that. We ain't gonna get that. What we're gonna do is we're gonna keep being polished. We're gonna keep working on our decorum. We're just gonna keep putting out books, putting out good shows, spreading the wealth, spreading the motherfucking wealth, and we're gonna be good, man. If we got something to say about each other, we say it. We talk about it, whether it's loud or how the fuck it is. And we get past that shit, because I said the mission is bigger than each fucking individual, or bigger than each leader that will rise amongst us. It's bigger than that shit. The shit is about the wholesale educating of black people so they can be more vulnerable in the world moving forward. That's the fucking mission. To know about all parts of Africa. To know where our ancestors came from. And to be technically sound, to be able to keep up the fight. How the fuck we gonna keep the fight up? Acting like science and all that shit and methodology don't mean nothing. That ain't, nah, man, we supposed to be educating. We ain't jumped on the white man. We jumped on the side of science and innovation technology and methodology. We jumped on the train because you got to jump on the train now. We was back in the fucking Stone Age and ain't nobody had no jets, cars, and buses. And I'm like, yeah, we good, but we ain't that. Science rules, the science is undefeated, and science actually interprets the language of nature. And who best fit to do that but us? So yeah, the mission is bigger than us. Our mission is to have an understanding of our natural world, because that's what our ancestors did. That's what it meant to be African. To be African is to understand the world you're in. And to understand the world you're in gives you an advantage of everything else around you. Pay close attention to nature. Well, how do you pay close attention to nature? Based off of all the mistakes made, based off of all of the gains made in Africa, based off of Europeans and all the nations jumping into the fray, adding to it, man, we realize methodology is the best way. Science is the only way to interpret the signs and symbols of nature. And that's what's at the core of what we do. The oldest institution on the planet is the fucking family. We family, so don't get mad at your second cousin or your first cousin. Man, we gotta talk that shit, man, because I hate to say it, all together we ain't got motherfucking million views. Y'all tripping. We ain't got 1 million subscribers. So that shit, we ain't got, trust me, man, we ain't got none. We can't We ain't got nothing but us. Shit, yo, we can fight sometime. I gotta find another enemy. That's what it is, yo. We fight each other. There's another enemy somewhere that we can make famous.
My thing is, yeah, my bad. My thing is, yeah, I like the various platforms I named. Like, you know, I respect all them platforms. Like, you know what they do. Like, you know, if I want to, you know, learn, you know, something or go in depth with the Bible or Hebrews, you know, I'll, you know, tune in to the Dagger Squad. You know, if I want to, you know, understand more about scientific literacy, you know, I'll tune in to the pseudo killers or the real black atheists on fire. If I want to, you know, hear something about West Africa, I'll do a presentation or be on the panel when my brothers Sean or Ben go live, you know, and listen in and learn. If I want to know about what's going on over here in America and what we accomplished, I listen to new black knowledge, you know, or I listen to Kofi Piesie Research Team if, you know, because a lot of times I'm not able to be on the platform when my brothers go live. So I go back and learn something about West Africa, learn something about in South America, learn something about what we did over here in North America. You know, in other platforms, I'm saying it's about, you know, I think we just, you know, need to respect each other more. We need to get to know each other more. You know, we need to support each other more. And we need to just figure out, my whole thing is, what are we doing? Like, you know, it's good, you know, to come on here and we educate the people and we put out some books. But, you know, the overall objective I'm thinking about is it's too much talent of these platforms I just named. All of them are groups. All of them have talented individuals within the groups. Why are we not creating something to leave for the next generation? You know, that's why, you know, I'm so adamant of us working together. You know, that's why I'm so adamant of us support. Like anytime somebody call me or I see they got something going on, I'm supporting it. I'm sharing the shows. I'm buying, you know, whatever I'm buying. Like my wife get on me a lot. She like, every time I look up, you got something coming to this house, and it's something because I'm trying to support, you know, each other. You know, I understand. So, and you know, so I'm saying we need to create like institutions. It's too much intellect on these platforms, and we not creating anything. I mean, I done did for the past since 2015. I've been on Facebook, not Facebook, but YouTube. So I want to do something different. So last year we did something different. We put out publications after publications after publication. Then now we doing cards, but we gonna go back into publications. We doing clothing, which I know Unc them already did books and clothing, but we got to do something else. We got to be able to create, come together and work together and create these institutions. Like, you know, YouTube is not an institution. So we need to create institutions, some brick and mortars or some online classes. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
You gotta hold on, Kofi, because there's just something in the work that will help, you know, help all of us be able to bring more information to a wider audience. And that conversation was held before, but they really didn't go into much detail. But there's someone working on that, because ultimately that has to be the bigger goal anyway, is because we have to do what it have to take to make sure that can, you know, that can transpire. Like, think about it. Like, what do we do with our website? Right? We try to make it interactive and educational.
Right.
We try to make it as close to like online learning, because we put quizzes and things like that. You know what I mean? We got to go back and we got to put more content on there for people to learn and deal with and all of that. But that's, you know, that's something that we took the initiative to do. That's not the door on those institutions where we're trying to build, you know what I mean, and get the books in the libraries and or some of our work a part of the prerequisite and all of that. I mean, the curriculum, the school curriculum and things of that nature. But, you know, it's just about us being able to develop in order to make that happen. And truth of the matter, most people don't think the way that we are gonna think. So it's got to be a different, you know, different trains of thoughts. But once we do it, we have to be the type of people to be able to each one teach one and live by that code, right? And now people might not teach us, so whatever success we have, we could teach our success. And if people learn from our success or our model, right, then because all we basically doing is demonstrating, right? Because we said demonstration beats conversation. So if people can live off our model, maybe that can also bring, you know, whatever they teaching and so forth, some light. But ultimately, man, yeah, that institution is something that we all yearn for, and we're not the only ones with that type of an ideal. We just got to get on board with the people who are actually trying to bring that into fruition. I ain't talking about no dang on Umars. I ain't, you know what I'm saying, or none of the other craziness. I'm talking about people that are very close to us, who we already have relationships with, who we dearly support, is in the talk to that. And I'm going to leave that right there. So we just got to get with, you know what I mean, that person.
Man,
That's why I'm laughing right now.
We always cooking.
Yeah.
Mumu. We got brother Mumu, if I'm saying his name right, and we got sister Jolanda. Go ahead, brother Mumu. You can unmute your mic.
Hey, what's going on? Look, say, check this out. This is what I read on the plane today, You see that? But now, look, you see?
Okay,
you see
all
that?
right. I see that was a good one for you. Nice, quick with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only thing I was gonna say to touch on, you know, the subject is, bro, I've been trying to reach out to so many people in the conscious community for almost 2 years now about making documentary films. Now, I think for y'all would be the type of people that I would try to get in touch with. And before I even knew who you guys were, you know, I talked to some other influencers and tried to work with them and stuff. But I'm saying not even working with me, but just to drop something on y'all, I really think y'all should get into documentary filmmaking. And the reason why I say that is because when it comes to that lane, the only person that's making real money off of it is Tariq Nasheed, and he dropping some bullshit. And so the way we deliver information is the way we doing it through YouTube. Like, you know, yeah, it's cool, and we see, like, you know, we all see everybody channels and this and that, but y'all got the marketing already, because y'all can take it to Sinetta and market it through all of y'all channels as well. And all I'm saying is, when them hidden colors and stuff come out, man, they selling millions at a time. But the thing is, the thing that's hardest for us, which goes back to the conversation about unity, is it's hard for us to come together and actually get something tangible done. To like come together and say, hey, we all working together. There's no like real sole leader, but let's all put this thing together and come up off of it equally, in a sense. If you look back at like the business side of how Tariq Nasheed did it, you know, people are saying, oh man, you know, some people saying, you know, I'm cool, I got recognition off of it, but he didn't even pay nobody. So it's like the way, you know, I got, you know, I told this, me and talk personally too, but bro, I got to deal with Lifetime. They producing one of my shows right now. You know what I'm saying? We putting that together right now. And so I'm always thinking of ways how I can bring this community to the mainstream. You know what I'm saying? And that we doing a poly show right now though. So that's kind of some other stuff. But
what is your profession, Mumu, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm in oil and gas. That's how I pay my bills, but I also do movies. So I get money off of that too. But you know what I mean? That's something I just kind of broke into, as far as really having something out there, something tangible that I could get paid off out there. I started writing a couple years ago. So I wrote a movie that a major studio picked up, and they they gonna do the movie. They bought it from us already. So whenever they do the movie is when they do it. I wrote that movie, got with them. So Lifetime was interested in a script I wrote. Ended up meeting with the creative executive director, and he let me know that, you know, movies are cool, but they more interested in doing reality shows. So I came up with the reality show, and they running with it. So I'm in oil and gas, and I do the movies. So with I'm telling y'all though, like I said, I got some stuff I want to produce, but even if y'all wanted to do something on your own, I'm just putting it in y'all ear that I think that that's the route y'all should go, is making documentary films and selling them, you know, because you can go through Amazon. You can basically sell for free on Amazon. They just take like half of the sales, but you ain't gotta put no real upfront money to get it on Amazon. You can take it to the film festivals and stuff like that to get it recognized and get the name out there.
So
But
what is the percentage? I mean, because we have numerous of books on Amazon.
Similar to the books.
Oh,
Similar
so
to
it's a 60-40 split. You know,
Yeah.
that's terrible, man.
it's terrible for like it's terrible, but for a first time to not have to really have no overhead, it's a good deal if you're just getting out there.
Right.
So you know what I mean? Like you can do all the marketing yourself. You can just basically put your money into marketing. And as far as like the, you know, no bigger platform to sell it on than Amazon. So it's a good deal to start off with. Now, when you get your name out there, you can build a website and then sell it from your website after that, once everybody know who you are. And then you just have, you know what I'm saying? So I think it might be a good deal if you first starting out.
Yeah, we got a website.
Yeah, that's what we do. We have
Same
numerous
strategy.
of products. Yep, we got the same strategy. We have books, you know, we have clothing, we have cards, educational cards. So yeah, we already doing that. So we very
So
familiar.
basically what the brother's saying is we need to add film to our portfolio.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's exactly what I'm saying. Because like I said, man, if you look at it, that's a lane that the conscious community is really shallow. You know what I mean? Like I said, and I'm not just name dropping Tariq Nasheed because of, you know, his name. I'm just saying because he's basically the only one dropping films. And like I said, they mostly trash in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? And I've been feeling like that since way back. The first time I seen a Hidden Colors, not because I want to hate or I think it's whatever, but just being a film critic and all that shit, to me, it was just, it ain't what it is. And I think that y'all, the people on this panel and that have these channels, I think that y'all could do a better job, but y'all, it's something that y'all would have to come together and do, because that's the difficult part, is just getting everybody together to do business with each other. And to me, when we talk about unifying, like usually when we talk about people, us coming together, it's like about coming together to support something and not like coming together to actually build something tangible. And I'm saying that I know that everybody here invests so much of their time and energy and even money into getting this knowledge. And I feel like it don't miss out on the opportunity to like go the furthest that y'all can go in getting that information out and making it as entertaining as possible. Go, like Garfield say, make it sexy. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to the film industry, documentary films, that's a lane that's barely being taken in this community. And I think that if y'all would actually try to do that, y'all could do it and do a great job at it.
No doubt. Yeah, that's something to think about, man. That's something to think about, because we trying to, you know, our objective is to continue to create product, you know, so we always thinking of different ways to create some type of product for the people to learn with. So I think that'll be good. Let me ask you something real quick, and then we'll go to Juju. Okay, with something like that, what would we need to invest in, like for doing it? Like, you know, I don't know, like far as the camera, what types of mics to use, you know, what type of editing software. We learning now. We into that, because I'm looking into now buying a camera, you know, but I don't know what type of camera to buy, what type of mic I definitely would need software. We using um the Apple Movie now, iMovie right now, but I mean we need something that's better than that to do the editing and doing other things. So what you suggest that we may need, man?
Man, to do that, y'all don't need much actually, because for a documentary, all you need is for the editing and the sound to be right.
Mm-hmm.
So I see, I can't say who in particular, but it's like I can see that people on their channels already do some editing. And if you don't, there's a lot of people in our community that you can work with that'll edit. And if you can't pay them up front, then just make the contract so that everybody get what they feel like, their value is, on the back end. And so that's all you really need, because you don't have to have like a Hollywood level production for a documentary. Like I would model the documentaries that I'm working on now. They're all modeled after the style of the Hidden Colors movies. So like, and what I mean by style is just basically, you have different people talking about something. You run like a little video clip or animation on the subject matter, and then it'll just be like Hidden Colors, but not Hidden Colors in a sense, just different information, different people speaking. So in order to make a documentary film like that, you really don't need much, as far as like, you don't need an expensive camera to do that, because the meat of it is in the actual information. So as long as the sound and editing is good, you'll be straight. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah, because I was looking into I actually was talking about this last week to the brothers, and Sateppenrao, talking to Sateppenrao about it, and I seen one, but I didn't know it was a camera. It was almost, man, I think it was about to be like $150. I forgot what kind of camera it was, but I mean, just the specs on it looked pretty good, but I still was kind of skeptical in getting it. So that's why I asked. But man, we definitely gonna keep that in mind, man. And see what we can do. I know it's gonna be kind of hard, to move during this pandemic to do so. Well, no, not really, because people still doing stuff now. But man, we appreciate that, man. Sister Juju, Sister Juju.
Habibi Fahodie family, Lafia eBay, Jama Mubaka, all that good stuff. I just really came on to be petty and also to put some feminine energy on the panel. Since there's a little bit of a toxic masculinity. I'm joking. But I also wanted to make a point to our goals. What are we here for? And I feel that we all should be reminded every time that we go through some dissension or disagreement. What is the goal and why are we here? Why did Zane start to follow Masi Warrior Clan or join the SESH group or support Kofi Piesie Research Team? Why did Ladosha decide to jump on board and, help to get you all connected with the school in Africa and, provide that type of support? Why is Kevin in the picture doing this stuff, helping to put this anti vaccine rhetoric to the grave? All these agencies are coming together so we can start to create our own agency, start to create our own square so we can build a foundation. And every time that we have these conversations, and I'm having personal conversations with other people, or they're asking me, is everything all right? What's going on? I just tell them, yeah, everything is fine. It's family. Family gonna go through it, but we have to remember what we're here for. And that's to create agency. And that's why I got involved. And that's why I am loyal to certain groups and people, because it is about what we're producing and what to leave behind as legacy for our children to continue and to grow. So for me, all the other stuff is just like, whatever, out the window. People gonna say what they say. You got to keep moving and producing. So I appreciate you, Kofi Piesie Research Team, for your endeavors, your tenacity, your persistence, always your dedication is beautiful. I appreciate Unc for his passion. You know, him just being real and raw and 100. I appreciate Sean for being an antagonist sometimes, but also, you know, pushing the envelope. And what I mean by that is, see, there's a dichotomy to everything, even the ego. And I'm gonna say this with Centavo, like, I don't think ego is always bad. And I don't always think that it's bad to be selfish, you know. I just like how you go about it and what you do with it. And if you keep it in balance, those things are important, you know, to have confidence and to, you know, be strong in that is important. But let's not forget what we're here for. Space Age Africans, Kofi Piesie Research Team, Amara Squad, Masi Warrior Clan, Dagger Squad, Pseudo Killers. We're here to create agency and to build and to be problem solvers. That's what we're here for, to solve these problems that we're dealing with. So let's not forget what we're here for, ego or not. Like, it's all good. It's mad love. MBK, I gotta throw MBK in there, whether they dead or alive. Like, this stuff will forever be on YouTube. So it's still relevant. We still gonna be able to see it. And those things are great. So I came to do that. Just came to put some feminine energy on the panel. Came to tell y'all how much I appreciate you all, how much I love you all, how much I just really, I pray every night and every day when I go to sleep and wake up that you all are still going to be present in here. You know, that's what keeps me going. We all don't live in communities that are abundant with this type of conversation or intellect or drive or dedication or passion for true Black African liberation. So we have to find other outlets to express that and also do work in. And this is why these platforms are important and these conversations are awesome. They just have to be, you know, put in context, and definitions have to be properly defined, and people have to be respectful and agree to disagree. Me and CK, we agree to disagree all the time. Me and Unc agree to disagree all the time. It's okay for other people to have other thought processes and opinions. You know, it's okay. And I don't understand sometimes why we get so personal mad about that. Africans are not homogenous. We are, you know, from a continent that had so many, you know, uniqueness and differences or whatnot. And we can embrace all that, you know, but again, we have to remember every time that we going through the fire or we going through the storm, what are we here for? Because we don't endure this for nothing. I know I don't. You know, I do work in my community and I don't endure it for nothing. I endure it for the children that I didn't, you know, biologically or bear myself, but they're still my children. And that's our future. And like, I don't know, it just, things are coming together because I've really been seeing the work put in. But now that, you know, Kofi Piesie Research Team, Kevin Ladosha, you know, have the school in Africa and that support, that is beautiful. Like, it's amazing. And as much as I can share and get support for those endeavors, I will continue to do so. You know, so just remember what we're here for. We Space Age Africans, right? We are pseudo killers. We are here to create agency, and we are also here to be problem solvers. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I want you to read the chat. Can you see the chat?
What part you want? Which one?
I want you to read the last. I want you to read Sutek comment and then my comment.
Ain't nobody studying your damn comment.
Can you please read Sutek comment and my comment, please?
Wait a minute. I see everybody email Ladosha.
He just pinned it up there. If you can see it, if you can look on your screen now where you on the panel.
I wear glasses. I can't see that.
Oh.
Wait a minute. Why?
We
ain't tripping on his opinion. It's the disrespect for us. Who said I was talking about y'all?
I ain't say that. We just making it clear. And then that part.
Oh, Kofi need a hair appointment. You so petty.
Don't nobody be studying, Sean.
So let me clarify. So no, So we in this right now on the panel, and you all might not have been tripping, but as I have observed from several shows on different platforms, some people are tripping and some people are taking it personal. So I said what I said, and I said what I said. I mean, it is what it is. My point was to say, let's just not forget what we're here for. That's all. You know, let's just be problem solving. I love that this came about as a resolve, a way to resolve and to bring some resolution and clarity. And these things will be had, and this won't be the last time. So it is what it is.
How you
It
how
won't
you
be.
gonna be how you gonna be afraid? I mean, not afraid. How are
What?
you going to solve a problem if you're afraid of the tools that are used in order to help you resolve the issue?
You asking me personally? You just asking in general?
It's a general question.
You can. I mean, you have to confront things head on. Definitely, that's important. But I do believe in tact and decorum. You know, that's also important. As we discussed when I first started getting involved, with the group, you know, about what Iwa Riri, Iwa Pile. You
Yeah, I
know,
got a
like,
question too. I got a follow up, but go ahead.
is this an interrogation, Sean?
No, it's not. Can you
I'm
answer?
being funny. Go ahead. No, that's all I
Now,
had to say. Ask your question.
all right. So, it's been 2 years and you have not brought that presentation to
I knew
Kofi
you was
Piesie
gonna
Research
come
Team.
up with that. I knew you was gonna say that.
No. I just want to. I want to get. Can I please see? You see how you disrespecting me right now? You won't let me talk?
My apologies. You petty.
See, we just want to know, because I was told that was done. I think I got a message from you specifically that the presentation was done.
You lying.
And
I'm gonna need you to source up or shut up.
Oh, do you want me to share my screen? Do you want me to share my screen?
No.
Okay, all right. So you sure? Because you told me to source up.
Go ahead. I don't care.
Okay, so I was specifically told that this was
is not
done.
about Juju show. This is about
No. I'm getting somewhere. So if you have it, we have the time. We have the time because we have the time for you to present your information, because we were adamant with, especially our sisters in the chat. We continue to say that, like, hey, look, we need y'all. Y'all are a part of this too. So how we gonna move the needle if we ain't got everybody on board, and it's just a male chauvinist thing? Like, this is not, we're not trying to create a pissing environment contest.
Ooh, okay. I love that you brung it up. I don't feel that you all are a male chauvinist environment at all. Ankh is very welcoming to the women, ladies, females. And so have Masi Warrior Clan and Kofi Piesie Research Team. I've always felt welcome. I've never felt excluded or anything like that.
Our channel feels excluded from your presentation because we ain't got it yet.
And I
got a question.
Can I finish? Stop cutting me off, please.
It just dawned on me.
No, I'm not done. I ain't done. I ain't done. Yeah, you gonna let me finish. I ain't scared of you. I apologize for not keeping my word. That is not good character. I do not have the presentation ready. I helped on a presentation or two, though. Okay. It wasn't on Masi. I will make good on my contribution and many more. And I will talk to you later, Sean.
Can Satepari ask this question? Thank you.
Yes, I am finished now. He may proceed.
Yeah, I just wanted to know, like, what's stopping the females from starting a group though? Like, because it's a whole bunch of male groups that's in the conscious community, but it's it's no one single female group, but it's a lot of females in various groups. And I was wondering, like, what's stopping y'all from doing y'all thing?
That Mayada had one. You ain't know it?
Yeah, she has the Ram Book Club. I'm a part of that.
Yep. Yep.
I participated in that.
Oh no,
So,
I mean like a
resurgence
research
of the
team,
African mind.
I mean like research team, like on the female side, like.
Okay, but pseudo. I mean, with Masi, I mean, even though I've been putting a presentation, like every time, there's something new that comes up, I'm reading and researching. Like, why would we need to have a separate group to do that? Why couldn't we just be a part of your group? And I feel like that process is coming, and our contributions are coming in due time. As we feel more comfortable and get to know each other better and you all better. Okay.
Yeah, I just asked because y'all always in the chat screaming, y'all ain't never got no females on the panel. Yeah, X,
wait a
Y,
minute.
and Z.
Wait. Who's y'all? Please define the y'all, like the we.
Okay, Tamika has said it before.
My name is not Tamika.
You just came on the panel and said you was here to bring some feminine energy or whatever. So it's a thing. Let's not act like it's not.
Wait a minute. You sound really defensive. I was being joking. I didn't feel personal that no women on the panel, but I feel like I'm a part of Masi. I've been around a long time. Not officially, but y'all family to me. So me stepping on the panel is me being a part of the situation. And it was all men and I wanted to be I put the link in the chat hoping LaDosha get up on here or some of the other people and they didn't. So I just decided to come in. Maybe they were shy or scared. That's all. I didn't say it like as in contention, like, damn, y'all ain't got no women. No, sir. So please don't make that be, okay?
Okay, I think you may be getting defensive now. I'm just asking because it's a lot of females. Like we got LaDosha, we got Tamika, we got Juju, we got Sister Naya, we got it's a bunch of females. What's stopping y'all from creating a collective group? That's all I'm asking.
I can't answer that question. I feel like I'm in a collective group now, and I don't feel like it has to be an all women's group to be a collective group and to be, something of importance. I feel like supporting what Pseudo Killers is doing, Masi Warrior Clan and Kofi Piesie Research Team is great. Now, if you feel otherwise, then maybe you can make some suggestions to us. But I'm comfortable where I am.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Exactly.
Hey, Peace. I've been, sitting back listening to everybody, and I just kind of thought about something. Like, one thing that we have to stop doing in reference to this conversation is we have to stop this hive mind mindset when it comes to Black people overall, with what a specific group of Black people have done, good or bad, and we attach ourselves to it, or we attach one of the affiliate families to it. For instance, everyone who sees red, black, and green outside of these platforms, outside of, the quote unquote conscious community, and that don't do like West African drum and dance or any African drum and dance or that sort, like outside of this, they look at someone that's rocking the colors or rocking anything Pan-African, and we're automatically associated with the likes of Hidden Colors, Tariq Nasheed. And I've had intense conversations. I'm talking about, like, I want to knock the nigga teeth down his throat for even trying to come at me sideways while I'm on the job working about how we're producing quote unquote garbage and infactual information like Hidden Colors, when they won't even slow the conversation down long enough for me to even show them how we're not associated with that.
What happened, Sean? What a mess. What happened?
I'm just speaking on personal experiences, like being out in the world working, how we have to stop associating everything. Like what Tariq Nasheed do is what Tariq Nasheed do. And I'm not saying us on the panel or us in Kofi or none of the affiliate families. I'm talking about Black people in general. Like, we'll associate the red, black, and green Pan-African, it's the whole Blackology kind of conversation, right?
Yeah.
where someone like us, they'll
And
look
now
at
you
us and
get
say,
it. Now you get it.
right. And so we can't associate, like, because Tariq Nasheed put out a Hidden Colors documentary. Now when somebody see T'Challa out in the world with the red, black, and green on, they be like, hey, brother, are you with that Hidden Colors shit? Woo, woo, woo. And it's like, hold on, bro. Like, first of all, who the fuck is you walking up on, number one? Right? And two, it's like you have to slow the conversation down long enough so that we can, people have to learn communication etiquette. Julanda has dropped the sister Juju. She dropped a comment in the chat like 50 times today, and it's something that I say all the time in my relationship, in my family circles. Communication is key. And so if you're gonna see, it goes back to even scholarship, where you look at a piece of information and now you think you know everything about anybody that's associated, or they even look like they might be associated with the information you read. So now everybody red, black, and green is Tariq Nasheed, Hidden Color, pseudo conscious information. That ain't it. You see what I'm saying? And we have to stop doing that as well.
Hey, T'Challa, wait a minute. So you do realize that the majority of the red, black, and green is pseudo, though. You have to excuse people. Like, we actually not in the conscious community, yo. They threw me out a long time ago. And when they threw me out, they threw all y'all Negro pants out. They called y'all white mans and all that. And y'all signed dumb shit and all that. And the groups is slow. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all not exciting. So we ain't been in the conscious community ever, bro. I just want to let you know that, bro. So you right out of that garbage. You just had yeah, and give me your Mossy Clan card, right? Because I got my Amaral Squad card. Hand it to him and say, if you want some good information, tune in. You fight against that. Yeah, I do fight against that. But go ahead, T'Challa.
Most definitely. It's something that I see, because like I said, I do this, like, we all put in work outside of this internet thing. Like, I know even before Black Dog Bookstore, like, if I see you on 125th, like I said, the whole reason why I even got introduced to everybody was because I'm looking at y'all completely. I'm talking about Nate Robinson, dumb pharaoh. All right, Nate Robinson on the information, because I never been one to just stand up there and listen to anybody just because they was on YouTube. And once again, back to Sister Juju comment, communication is key. So although, like, I think I made this comment with the brothers in a back chat conversation, and I'm gonna just say this much. I ain't gonna tell all the business. I'm gonna just say this much. Some people respect me because they don't feel my energy or see my energy as quote unquote rambunctious as yours, brother Unc. Like, they haven't really seen me get down, right? But little do they know that the reason why I rock with you so hard, big bro, is because I be feeling your energy. I feel how you express yourself on the internet. I wake up 4:30 in the morning, for that reason, to check myself. Because you got these fools on here getting all this bread off of selling the BS. And we sitting here, and I listen to them, and I listen to y'all, and I listen to other platforms, and I'm looking at the quality of the content as a combat, like a person who deals with, like, self-defense, who deals with music, quality music. Like, I was just telling Sister Ladosha in the chat, Stets the Sonic. She quoting Stets the Sonic lyrics. Don't nobody know who they is? You say a Stets the Sonic these days, people gonna look at you like you're crazy.
Stets the Sonic. Well, go ahead.
Right, and see, that's before my time. But the way I was raised, I'm from a different era. Like, I feel like I'm cut from a different cloth. I don't associate and amalgamate all information just because it looked like that lookership. Oh, it looked like he got this, so he might be a part. You don't know what the next person know. Again, as a person who deals with combat, the bantamweight division will knock anybody out. I don't care how much you weigh. These are trained professional fighters, men and women, will knock you clean on your ass. Okay? You never judge a book by its cover, right? So I just want to say that, like, not to be too long-winded, that we need to not, as a whole, as Black people, something that I see that we do, is associate all information with, you know what I mean, and not even try to take the time to investigate. Well, okay, every single human being can't be the same. Like everybody who rock red, black, and green, yes, a lot of them, most of them is pseudo with the crystals and the comedic yoga and everything else. However, and I mean by pseudo by, of course, attaching that to our ancestors, right? We know that's not true. But what we have to do is communication is key. We have to take the time out to slow it down. And when a person, just like a person make a post on social media, we read the post. How do you know if the post is pseudo or not? You have to know enough about the subject in the first place to know if they're telling the truth or not. But you only get that by supporting the family, supporting people who put in the work, support the scholars, actually put in the time, not just, oh, I disagree with it, so F you, I'm gonna call you out your name and this, that, and the other and make video. Like, come on, bro, we cannot do that. And that's part of why we can't get along, is because we think we know it all when we see somebody. All of their information already got a preconceived idea, like looking at your avatar, oh man, what I don't know about the you know what I'm saying? Look like you got the pseudo killer's logo, the way it look. People will look at your logo and think that you know it all about space. And I just see that all the time. You see what I'm saying? I see it all over social media. Everybody's thinking that they know it all. I think we got to get away from that.
I agree. I want to address something that Unc said. I hope I'm not cutting you off, T'Challa.
Go ahead.
So yeah, he was saying, like, you know, the conscious community is pseudo. You know, I proclaim myself to be part of the conscious community, the RBG community to be exact, Long Star RBG family. That's I'm loyal to them, and you know, I don't hold back. They know that you know what I'm saying, I ride with pseudo killers and I ride with the real black atheists hard. And every chance that I get to correct, you know, some information, especially when it comes to this whole pandemic and the anti-vaccine rhetoric, I do that. What I will say though, and what I all praise to the ancestors that I absolutely love, and I'm thankful, is that when I know that I'm in the lion's den, meaning, you know, most of the conscious community, like Unc said, is pseudo in that sense, and I know I'm gonna say something. Like sometimes some of them will attack me, but the ones who know me and the ones who, you know what I'm saying, who are real, they may not agree, but they listen. And I've seen that. I've seen it with Rich Ross, and some of the others. You know, he may not 100% agree on this thing, but they are listening. So again, let's not forget what we're here for. We may be getting dissent and contention, but people are listening, and only time is gonna reveal the truth of what's going on. And they're gonna be like, oh damn, they was right, or you know, but it's also not about being right. I have this discussion all the time with people. Right and righteousness are two different things. I prefer to be righteous than right, because you can be right and dead ass wrong about how you going about it, or doing, or how you treat people, or the outcome, you know? So those things are important. That's why I say tact and decorum is important. How we communicate is important, you know? And hold on to yourself with that when you're doing that. So I stand my ground. I stand on that square. You know, when I'm on a post of this anti-vax rhetoric, and I got people that I consider my brothers, my men protectors, coming at me hard, I'm gonna stand on that square, because at the end of the day, I love Black people. And I just want to see us thrive and be healthy, and to have the same abundance, the same prosperity that we see others having, that we have not been given an opportunity to have in a fair way. So I'll stand on that square. So I just want to say, keep on doing what we're doing. We can be kicked out. They can call us agents, COINTELPRO, whatnot. But guess what? The proof is in the pudding. You understand? The proof is in the work. The proof is in the foundation. The proof is in what you do, not what you say. And that's important to remember. And that's what I always remember. And that's why I ride for y'all hard. And people hate it. It's funny. I just laugh because it's so funny. Because yes, I will back Unc till the end. People hate it. It does not matter, because I know this man is thoroughly real. He's passionate and he means well. And it is information, and factual information. Like, come on. Like, whether people like it or not, whether you know, he's getting it, he gonna tell it like it is because he love his people. And I love people like that. You know, I ride for all y'all on this panel and for most of y'all in the chat, all y'all. And just to let you know, September, Mika says she got a presentation. So maybe we'll have a presentation from a female soon. So that should make you very happy. And I would definitely get you one soon. I actually owe 2 of them. So I will make good on that. And I'm not gonna give you a time. I'm a procrastinator and I do my own thing. So, but I will get it.
I'll be happy when I see it.
I'll be happy when you stop cutting people off. Okay, love you.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Anyway.
keep doing it too. I'm gonna keep doing it till I see it.
Anyway, when I finish my point, you can speak. But I wanted to say peace and power and love to my sis.
Nah, what she say?
Kayla.
She said something about a print. Nah, I'm cutting out. I'm being rude right
Yo,
now.
Mika,
What she
I don't
say?
care. I don't care. What you say? What?
Mika, we want no pseudo presentation. Can't do
It ain't gonna be no pseudo. Listen, guess what? My first. What you think my first presentation gonna be on? I'm gonna go back.
No, Mika, neither one of y'all. We ain't accepted pseudo presentations because y'all women. That ain't gonna happen. Nah, I'm
Who said?
sure.
I'm confused, but okay. I don't expect y'all to accept any pseudo presentations. I was just informing that a woman did have a presentation. So because that's what was being asked of, I think. But anyway.
That's Mika.
Mika got a presentation.
Right,
Y'all don't do Mika. Listen, wait. See, I might not always like get along with everybody or like everybody, but I love Black people. Y'all not gonna do my sis like that on the live show. She said she got a presentation. Y'all just bow your heads and say okay, and y'all can deal with it later. I don't know. She was in the chat. She said she had a presentation in the chat.
You know she.
Hey, excuse me 1 second.
Wait, I want to finish. Let me finish. I just want to send some light and love to my sis, Kayla, in the chat. I love you, sis. I see you. And to CK, light and love to you, sis. I love you. I see you. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Like every time I think about it, I want to cry. I just have to say that. I just have to give people accolades while they're alive and, you know, for the things that they do and have done. Just, outside and personally. So I just wanted to say that, and I'm done speaking. Thank you.
I just good presentations too.
Excellent presentations. I can't find her presentations. Where are her presentations, by the way?
See what you talking about, CK?
I'm on a real Black atheist.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can send them to you too, Juju. She always, when she does something, she always forward them to me. So I got all of them in my back chat if you want them.
I want her presentations where people can't get to them because those presentations was amazing. What? What you say?
Don't be able to get to them. They just got moved from one channel to another.
That's cool. No problem. I digress. Love you all. Thank you.
We appreciate you.
Yeah, we love you too.
The Holy Ghost came through.
Hey, wait a minute, y'all.
You funny, you ain't gonna do me.
Hey, Queen Cheetah. I don't know what the issue is, but we've been on here for 2.5 hours. I ain't got no type of malice in my heart for you, sis. It's all love. You came in your comments right after I got done talking, and you proved my point. That's all I want to say. Everything that I was going on with for 15 minutes about attaching everybody because you see somebody doing something or you hear a part of a video or an argument, and now everybody over here is attacking people who's religious. And little do you know, sweetheart, the woman I'm about to marry is a Christian. And I bang on anybody that'll come at her, right? We understand what Christianity is. But the truth is, most of us have some religious Abrahamic tendencies to this day. And ain't nobody just banging on religious folks just because of what they believe. Brother Unc goes hard on people who put out information that's causing our babies to lose their life. I've witnessed it myself. So, and from my personal accounts with said organization, with how they've treated me, right? And with some of the things that certain members of said organization have said to me. Okay. So ain't nobody just banging on nobody. You know what I mean? Look at Stephen Rock.
Crazy.
like you see that that's a beautiful dog too. I just feel like we not over here beating up on religious people. And you said that y'all are being hypocrites. Let me explain something to you. Any man or woman that I have something to say to them, I'll say it on a hangout. And if we live in the same city and I know you and we in the same circles, because I'm not finna come looking for you, because this ain't what that is. I can bring my sources, I'll bring my books, right? And I can back up what I'm saying. On that note, on this information scholarship note, I will say anything to anybody's face with all my sources in hand. And if I don't got the sources, I'll go find them. I'll go look it up and research it. But I'm not going to speak on none I don't know what I'm talking about. Telling people your information from a religious rhetoric is dangerous. And when you actually take a person's child away from them because of said religious rules, when your God wasn't there laying down with me to make the child, that's who needs to be addressed. That's the energy that I come with personally against people who want to spew their religious, join my cult. Because I research and I do, books like y'all do. But then when I don't want to join your cult, now I can't see my daughter. See, I'm not about that life. Whether you with RBG, religion, Abraham, you don't take nobody's child away from them because they don't want to join the NOI. Right? I'm not with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not with that information. Ain't no hypocrisy over here.
Oh, one more thing though. I wanted to give a shout out to Anusha, and she also has a presentation ready to go. Just so you are aware, gentlemen.
Peace to Sister Anisha.
Hey, Juju.
Yeah.
Hey, Juju.
Yes.
Juju.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We bang on religious people. Really?
What you say, Unc? I didn't understand you.
I said on the pseudo killers, we bang on religion when we really, really think it's necessary. Like,
I'm cool with that.
People can get banged on if they come in there trying to explain something that science has already explained. You will get banged on. And
agreed.
It seems like your Christianity, if not for Christianity, black people would where it is today, you're gonna get banged on because that was the only game in town. So what the fuck else was we gonna be? What the fuck? If we'd have been Muslims, we did the same thing. If we'd have been atheists, we would have did the same thing. African-centered continental spirituality or continental religious practices, we would have done the same thing. So it wasn't the Christianity, it was the people in the Christianity. It was the actual organizational structure, and that allowed us to do what we was doing. But it could have been, watch this, it couldn't have been Jesus goddamn Christ. Because Jesus Christ ain't been with us for more than 400 goddamn years. Prior to that, we had Africans that's been with us for as long as he have decided to deify things. Whether it be all forms of nature, whether it be people, whatever, the sun, the moon, and the stars. So if I wanted to say it was in particular, I would say it was the sun. It was Ra that gave us the power, to fight against the oppression. So I will bang on anybody that's trying to act like it was Christianity. That saved black people in North America. That's a bunch of bullshit, and I'm done with that.
You were still wrong in your analysis of when you was talking about the money in Christianity, though. That was kind of like the point you was coming from was kind of a fallacy.
Talk about it, Moo, so I can beat you up right now. Go ahead. Beat you up, Moo. Go ahead. Because you kind of apologize for Christianity a little bit. You still got a little Jesus blood of Christ on you just a little bit. But go ahead, Moo.
You funny, Unc. Don't do it. This ain't. Wait. Before Moo say something, we ain't finna get on the debates here. And I just want to. Wait a minute. Hold up, Kofi. I just want to say something also, Kofi, kind of a moderator issue. I see that Queen Cheetah's in the chat. So listen, this was a conversation of resolve and resolution. So I don't want us to go backtrack because things may have gotten misconstrued in the comments section. I just want to make that clear, okay?
You know, I ain't trying to be
No.
confrontational, y'all. Because I think he was misinterpreting what I was saying. I was speaking in a general term. I wasn't directing this specifically to him. I don't even know who that was speaking, but I wasn't
T'Challa.
directing
T'Challa.
to him specifically or to the whole channel. I'm saying I seen the title, and my thing is this: if we talking about unifying, it's okay for us to correct the information if it's as far as like the anti-vaccine and things of that nature that could be harmful. But what I'm saying is, if you look in this whole quote unquote conscious community YouTube world, it is all division. And I asked that question because I said we beating up on the Christians, we must take accountability too. Because if we are going to expect change, we must be the change that we are expecting and model that behavior every single day. Us arguing with Christians is not doing that. Not to say that you can't correct the information that's harmful, but instead of us, okay, let's just use this as an example, and it's not to take shots at anybody, but you got Pastor Bennett who will get on the panel on Pseudo Killers, Kofi channel, Dagger Squad, whomever's channel. And this man is still going to be a pastor. He's still going to believe what he believes. He's going to tell you that. He tells you that several times, and that he's not also trying to direct anybody to Christ. So then, therefore, if these people are still going to choose, if they still going to choose to believe what they believe, regardless of how we feel, because I get it, I do get the whole point of the religion. I do. I'm in total agreement with you on that. But I've also realized that, especially us as Black people, they are not going to leave their religion. You are asking these people to give up something that they believe in to almost have nothing else to believe in. Us telling them to believe in themselves or in us as a whole, as Black people, is not enough for them. Because why? Their religion is a promise of their afterlife. So in that, then we must now come and say, okay, well, since they're not going to give up their religion, how is it that we all can come together? Because unification does not mean that we all believe the same things and ideologies. That's not what unification is. So if we are going to be that change, how are we then going to model that and portray that? We can't keep arguing with them about their belief, no matter what. If we go find fucking Jesus himself and tell him to tell these niggas that it wasn't real, they still not going to believe it. So then how are we going to combat that and figure out a way to come together so that we can provide solutions? That's all that I was saying. I wasn't saying that y'all specifically are doing this. I'm saying I'm taking it as accountability, and I'm saying we as a whole, because if we are saying that we are for our people, then even though we don't agree with their belief or they doings, that is us. That is we. This is a we collective thing. This is not a I or me. This is a us and a we thing. So then therefore we need to be thinking like that. And that's all that I was saying. So it wasn't, and I came in late. So y'all been on here for 2 hours. I just tuned in like 10-15 minutes ago. So I just came in late. So I was just asking.
Hey Queen. I don't feel like I gotta appease. I ain't gotta appease them for their stupid ass religion. I ain't doing it. I'm not appeasing you because of your religion. But come on a conversation with me. Let's not bring no religious parts, because the preacher's job is to bring it to Christ. So his movements, is the way he put his words together. He's trying to convince you of something. I have yet to see a religious preacher or a Christian not trying to bring you to Christ. So if I'm trying to bring you to the understanding of Africa, don't get mad at me, then we might just butt heads. But you go to work and talk about Christianity. So I'm working. You come on my channel, when you come on the fact channel, I'm thinking. So don't bring your religious ideology to work with you, because we're working. We're working on Black people understanding who they are and where they are at the work. So you don't go to work and start talking about Jesus Christ and what the Christians did at work. So don't go and leak the pseudo killers, the real Black atheists saying that. Go gonna get your head chopped off. See, I see the game. Early in the game, I seen the black church far extended themselves. You watch Moo to defend the church. $15 billion a year, right? And you gonna defend that. $15 billion. They selling invisible shit. It's invisible. So guess what? If Marcy had something invisible to sell at the tune of $15 billion, you know what I'm saying? Then I would expect the whole goddamn lot out of them. It's invisible now. They get $15 billion of invisible shit to sell our community, and that's all they did? Shit, we need to smoke around this motherfucker. Everybody has bank accounts. Everybody well-fed, no drugs, and at least the communities that surround the goddamn churches. $15 billion a year since '98? Man, shit. Invisible? Nah. Nope. I'm on their head. Nope. I'm going to do it.
You know why I disagree with you on that?
Well, that's us being biased. That's you being biased, and then not only that is it goes back to what I just said. If we are expecting change, how are we going to expect change if we're not modeling the same type of change that we are expecting? So because I'm not disagreeing with you on that. I'm not religious, so let me make that clear. I don't know if you think that I'm religious, but I'm not. Okay, so I don't believe in any of that. So I agree with you. I understand that. But also what I do also understand is that our people are not going to give up the Christianity. It's just not going to happen. We have to be realistic with these goals and these solutions. So if that is then the case, how are we going to unify? What is the solution?
We haven't said anything about religion, sis. We ain't saying nothing about religion for 2.5 hours. What I'm saying is we need to come together. And that's why I just said, if y'all already said it, my bad. I came in late. But what I'm saying,
that wasn't the conversation,
we
Kayla.
ain't saying nothing about nobody.
Y'all said unify. So the religious church people are the black people. That's the majority of the people that we need to reach is the people in the church. Why we can't unify with them? Are you saying that we're not going to unify with them?
No, we're not saying that.
The title of the show was, will we ever unify? Isn't that the title of the show?
You're misconstruing the conversation, though. Slow down, please. Because it's becoming...
when he just said that no matter what, he's going to beat him up.
I'm asking you to listen to me. Unc is an antagonist, Kayla. That was not the gist of the whole conversation, though. You only heard snippets, so just relax.
The title says, will we ever get along? Will we ever unify? And will we ever support one another? And so that's why I asked, will we support one another? That plays in a whole, doesn't it?
Kayla, you know what I mean? No, hold on for a minute, Juju. Let me say this. And maybe everybody kind of missed this. I said, when black Christians take their black ass to work, they do not talk about Christianity. Silence for 8 hours. You're not talking about politics running around the motherfucker, and you're not talking about Jesus Christ. So what I'm saying is, when you come on the pseudo killers, the Mazi Clan warriors, we're fucking working. So I'm not saying you don't have to bow down 10 times a day on a prayer rug as a Muslim. I'm not saying I'm joking on that. I'm not saying I'm saying you shouldn't do that. And I'm not saying a Christian shouldn't ride down the street and say the blood of Christ saved me from just getting in a car accident. I'm not taking that from them. I'm not trying to take their religion. So let's really get it straight. I'm simply saying I'm working. Stay the fuck out the conversation or get what you get. Or work with me. That's all. I'm not getting about the Christians. I'm saying that I don't want to hear about the Christians. Because I went to church. And we all don't believe the same shit at church. Most people in the church don't even read the Bible. So it ain't that serious. So when we do it, teaching black people history and I don't need the religious jargon around me. That's all. I'm not saying you can't be in the club. I'm saying while we're working on learning about politics, African social systems, science and technology, it's really not a safe space for you to start talking about religion. That's all I'm saying, sis. So I'm on your side when you say, what we're going to do with them? No, we're going to work with them. We need we don't need the scientific conversation when I'm talking about the Big Bang. I don't want to hear that some goddamn intelligent designer named Jesus Christ helped bring the cosmos into position. You're going to get banged on. That's all I was saying. And I hope you really understand my message.
I did, and I said I agree with you 100%. But what I'm also saying is we have to look at it. Okay, what you just said, right? Don't bring the religion jargon over here, right? That's almost that's
If
that's
he's talking about science, you know,
right.
you got to keep it in
And
context.
I get that. But what we are doing by saying that is that is us being biased, no matter how you want to look at it.
No, it's
It
not.
is.
Religion
Hold on.
has no.
Because hold on, let me finish my thought when what I'm trying to get to as my point. Because we understand, as us not being as being non-religious, we understand all of the issues that we have with the religion and the rhetoric and the religious folk. We get that. But if we're saying that, are we going to ever support one another and come together? How is it that we can tell them, don't come over here with that religion jargon if that's who they are? And regardless if we agree with it or not, it's almost us saying to them that we don't accept them. And regardless if we don't agree with what they believe in, what I'm saying is, if we are saying that, are we going to support one another and unify? That's not the way to go. What I'm saying is we must figure out a way that we can all unify despite our differences, without it being that, oh no, you can't come over here with that, and no, you can't come over here with that. Because it's the same thing if you was to jump on somebody's platform that was religious and you started talking science and they said to you, don't you come over here with that science shit, don't you come over here with that. It'd be the same thing. So instead, all I'm saying is that maybe we should try a different tactic. Maybe we should try to understand them and where they are coming from, and maybe fit it to where we can all figure out that we can come together, is all I'm saying. I don't agree with their religion, nor do I agree with them believing in this shit. No, I don't. But what I have also realized, and this is just me out in my own personal community as well, dealing with these people, that this is something that they just not gonna give up. It's like fighting a kid to go to
Hold
sleep
on,
at night. So if
on.
I can't get them
Hey,
to give
Sean,
up
let
their
me make this
religion,
last
I
point.
must find a way
No,
to
hold
unite
on.
with them,
I'm finna
despite their
give you the
beliefs.
best example. I'm gonna give you the best example, Caleb. All right. So Ben was in a movement in Atlanta where there was Hebrews, there was I think Nation of Islam or somebody like that was a part of the nation. There was RBG, because Ben was there representing the RBG sect of it, and this was a time where old boy now from the NED from Detroit was down there, and they was trying to do some community work. All right, so things was going good until their gods became a part of the conversation, which stopped the whole movement of what's going on. Now we have seen this before, where we are the most neutral person here. Even though we bang on their religion, we're the most neutral person when it comes to getting things done. And here's the reason why I say this, is because we're without a God. So we sit here and we try to work with people across the aisle, and they don't want to work with us because we don't believe in what they believe. And that day when Ben was out there with Hebrews, with the NOI, it was evident right then in that moment that no true real work could be done, because it became the battle of the gods with some of them that was not even religious at all. And so that is put on us. So let's say we are trying to work together to build something. At some point, there, like a preacher or a pastor or a bishop or whoever, or just the overall group, they're going to feel some kind of way if we're not doing the things that they want us to do, based on how they see the world, because we don't see it the same. Now, although we can come together for a common good, they all have a limitation to how much work to how much they're willing to give to us or work with us. Some people, not all. Now, when they turn around and they try to sell it to us, that's when the issues come about. If we just having a conversation about other things, I think that we got to be able to, and you might agree with me right here. First, we got to be able to come to the table and have a conversation without even having any of that brought up. So there has to be a focus on an agenda that can move. If there's no focus for us to move, then I promise you, God will be interjected into the conversation. It happens.
You went way too far, Sean. We cannot go to a goddamn church Bible study and interject Paul's fucking theory, bro. Nobody lets you do that in their church. And that's fair. Accept that. And nobody's in the church saying, hey, man, go ahead and let us stand up and teach solutions all the good thing. It's not going to happen. So I want to know, why do they have a safe space when we trying to teach science technology? There is no safe space for your religion. The only safe space for your religion when we're working together is in your goddamn home. We don't care about religion. It doesn't matter. First of all, I might just get mad and wait a minute. Africans had deity for 350,000 years. Why has God be Jesus Christ? I might do that to you. So leave it alone. Let's talk about politics, right? Let's talk about getting our kids involved in science and technology. Let's teach our kids about Africa. And if you have a religious discussion about when Christianity came into being, if you're a skeptic subject, then let's have a conversation. But there is no place for religiosity, for your damn bullshit religion in the middle of a scientific conversation. Nobody knows that. Not the Japanese community, not the Chinese community, not the goddamn European community. Sure how to do it. They separate the church from goddamn state. Nobody do it, but all of a sudden, the fucking black people who's been taught to be the most spiritual, all of a sudden you gotta make very full. Oh, you're gonna leave them alone. They be alright because they keep their mouth shut for 8 hours a day when they go to work. We're working over here, sis. That's my point. I don't sorry.
Well then, we ain't gonna rap over no dead air though. September Ra, how you doing?
Juju, you know what I'm saying though, Juju.
I understand and I agree.
I agree with you. I'm just saying. Well, really, Kayla, what we were really talking about, because I know it's too far gone in the show. We were really just talking about like the families per se, like everybody that's been, because everybody in these circles are also subscribed to other circles. So if you watch MBK, then you watch Kofi Piesie, you might watch the Dagger Squad, you watch the Amara Squad, you watch the Masi, things of that nature, right? Because we're all pretty much affiliated. So the show began talking about us directly. Right. That's really the point. Now, the other flip side of that is us as a people overall, you're really not going to get a unification of anything because some of them are not going to unite with us because we are not a part of the church. And they will tell you that. And it don't matter what's going on. So it means we gotta have they gonna have their own agenda, we gonna have our own agenda, but we just have to work with them where we can if work will allow. So we don't know if enough people are out there to be able to do that, to build and work in communities where we can make that happen. There's not many people like Apostle or have the potential of or like Pastor Bennett, who may be willing to work with people and not bring a religion connotation to the discussion when it comes to doing some real work. But what we're saying is, and so I think that's where you kind of misunderstood the whole overall. But as far as your point is taken on what you're saying, But I'm just saying the direction that we were actually speaking to was directly kind of like a in-house thing as far as across the board.
So, okay, because I don't want to bring up nothing. Y'all been already here on two hours long. So you know what? I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna listen, and then I'm gonna hit y'all with a whole bunch of questions that I have after I listen. How's that?
That's cool.
I get a point though, sis. I just don't think you should feel sorry for a person coming on somebody else's workplace and kicking their religious jargon. Like, I'm not gonna feel sorry for that. That's like Corey. He works in construction. He lay concrete, and the person coming in talking about that, man, they don't got to do with the concrete. The religion really has no effect. Your eternal life and all that shit really has no effect on us learning about science. Because you can actually be a Christian and learn science, but you're not going to go into the classroom and interject your religion. Not in the chemistry class, not in the physics class. They're not going to allow you to do it. So why should we allow? We're not allowing that to do it. Talk about that on. You got Garfield show. We can do that all day long. You can fight over religion. You're gonna get beat up. I'm not playing. Jesus Christ was real. My grandmother died. My great grandmother died thinking that the Jesus Christ that walked on water and fed the masses with a loaf of bread and a fish. Like that. All right? And we're going to give her eternal life or some shit. That's the Jesus Christ that my great-grandmother knew. That's the Jesus Christ that my mother knew. She didn't know about the regular Jesus walking around. She wouldn't follow the guy if that was the case. Trust mom would not follow the guy if you was just the guy that just was normal like everybody else. Who the hell subscribe to that? Nah, so I'm just saying, like, I'm going to do it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. It's working. That's what I'm doing. I'm at work, and your religion does not work. We're going to talk about the Big Bang and how the science was on. Then we can come and say we could do this. Evolution ain't real because of. Okay, we could do it, but don't get mad if you say evolution ain't real because Jesus Christ did it or it's an intelligent designer, and then you get the brakes beat off you. Then you still start getting, you banging on religion. Yeah, because your religion got you actually thinking that there's an intelligent designer.
Okay, so what I'm trying to point out is how we are being biased in doing that. That's what that is, period. No matter if you want to dance around it or not. Hold on, because think about it this way. I don't know about where you just said your mom and your grandmother was Christians, and so I'm assuming, and correct me if I'm wrong, at one point or another in your life, you believed in Christianity at one point. We all mostly did. And so when we did, we didn't know, correct?
Now, I never believed that it was a guy that could walk on water. That was ridiculous.
Okay.
I never believed
so,
that.
Well, for most people, they believed in Christianity, regardless whether they believed in the Bible or he walked on water, specific parts of the Bible, however you want to word it. Majority of us, especially that are not non-religious now, had believed in Christianity or another religion at one point or another. We didn't know any better. Can you agree with that? Yeah. Before you started studying science, you didn't know anything about evolution, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So now, who are you or me or any of us to forget that they don't know any better? Now, hold on, because now for me and you, it may, or excuse me, not for you, but maybe for me and other people, it was easier for us to come out of the religion because we already maybe had questions and was skeptic about certain things already prior. Now, dealing with these religious folks, they don't know any better, because what they doing is they're doing something good. They're doing something right. This is something that they believe in. So regardless, we are being biased because here we are, regardless if we know it to be true or not. because neither one of us can prove God to be real, nor to prove him not to be real. So what I'm saying is, if that is then the case, and we realize that these people are not going to give up their religion because they don't know any better.
No, we
Hold
prove that
on.
there's no intelligent
I ain't cut
designer
you off.
with
Let me
evolution.
finish. Let me
Yeah,
finish.
you keep mixing it up, but you're mixing it up, though. You're mixing it up.
No, what I'm telling you is that these people don't know. They know their religion to be true. That's what they know. They know it to be true. That's what they believe. Okay? You didn't know anything about evolution and before you started studying evolution. Just like them. They didn't know anything about religion unless somebody came to them and said, hey, yo, bro, check this out. Or maybe you should look into this. And then it was up to them, and it was up to you to decide whether or not you wanted to accept it. So if that is then the case, are we going to sit here and tell these people that they wrong for believing in a religion instead of us trying to figure out a way for us all to really unify on a whole? Because I'm sorry, when they killing us, are they stopping us and asking us what the fuck we believe? No, they're not. So
Hey, sis,
if we
can I
look
ask you a
back in
question, though?
history, if we look back in history, hold on, don't interrupt me, please. If we look back in history, we're supposed to look back there to learn from our mistakes and be able to move forward and correct those and figure out a way to where we are going to be successful. And what have we not done? We have not unified on a whole, regardless of what we choose to believe in, whether it's African spirituality, whether it's Christianity, Muslim, Buddha, whatever it is that you decide to believe in. So at one point, you didn't know anything about evolution. These people don't know the truth. And if we are bringing in the truth and they still choose to believe the shit that they want to believe, okay, fine, so be it. No, we don't agree with it. But at this point in time, in the day and age, we ain't got time to be sitting here going back and forth on whose God is right and who is wrong. We need to just figure out how the fuck we're going to all come together despite our differences and be able to respect one another's beliefs and ideologies, period. Because these people are not going to give up their religion. That's just what it is, period. So we need to move forward and figure out a way that we all can be cordial and unify.
Okay, so look, I'm gonna charge you for having that show. You have the show where y'all have y'all kumbaya moments. Y'all, I ain't talking about the Big Bang, evolution, black people in science, how the Egyptians come with the scientific method, how reading literacy. I ain't talking about that, sis. You cannot charge me with. I'm not. You act like I'm acting like that I was a born scientist. What I'm saying is, but when I started dealing with people that deal with science, I had to shut the fuck up, sis. That's the truth. Or get me down unmercifully. I got beat down unmercifully. I'll never forget it. I was at the Shrine of Black Madonna at the Black History class, and I was trying, and I was fighting against evolution. I got beat down unmercifully. So and so, it was, I'll never forget it. It was a lady in the class. She was about 55 years old. She was like, So, what's your problem against the rest of the animals? Why are you mad at monkeys? That we don't come from monkeys. That was all wrong. Loud as I am right now. She's like, so what's your problem against all the rest of the animals in nature? She killed me with that. So, I was out of order in class. The history class was trying to teach evolution. I came over my backwards ass, half Malachi yoke, half religious ideology, and got beat down. They showed me no mercy. From the oldest person in the class to the youngest person in the class, and they hit me with Dr. Ben's books, and they man. So I'm saying the class never was for the religious. That's the point. I'm teaching religious. And that's not what my name is. God Killer. That means I had no interest in bringing you out of Christianity. I don't care about your God. I care about how the natural world works and how to understand that more than your own religion. So my show is not the show for them. Only you should show with all the sisters. Y'all light some candles and say, Kumbaya, my Lord, Kumbaya. Oh, Lord, Kumbaya. And I mean, y'all good. But when y'all want to talk about physics, the cosmos, rocks, how important rocks are, how important vaccines are important to all, but you can't I'm gonna beat you up. So since I swear to this, religious people, pseudo people, they're not gonna change their mind. You're right. I'm not dedicated to changing people's minds. I swear. My whole style of teaching does not lend well to making people change their religion. I get it. I'm dedicated to people who are clearly curious and clearly realize they don't have to answer based off of their religion, and they want to hear something about science. What's this thing you talking about? That's what it's for. So that I can't. I can't do it. It's just like I'm not saying don't believe in Jesus. I'm not arguing that. I'm not saying you need to have an African God. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that those things have nothing to do with evolution. Those things have nothing to do with biology. Those things have nothing to do with math and science. It's not for you. My class is not for Pastor Bennett at all. My class is I can't go stand for church. I'm stammering because I ain't gonna say what I really want to say. I'm not built for that, sis. So I'm thinking sometimes we should call people. I think you have been called to appease the Christians, Muslims, and Jews, and go for it. I get it. I swear, I'm not mad at you. To be fair, I think you have a right to do that. But to be fair to me, my name is Bill. I'm a real black atheist. I just can't accept it. I can't accept that your 1,500-year-old religion or 2,000-year-old religion or 3,000 BC religion trump anything black people will deal with. My mind don't. I know, sis. Hey, I don't know. Call me a hypocrite. Fuck it. I'm the hypocrite. Do that. But I can't do it.
I'm about to say, just say you
saying.
biased. That's okay.
Yeah, I'm biased.
Hey,
Yeah,
sister,
He's not actually being biased. He's not actually being biased, though. No, it's not. When he's saying that he's on his when he's saying that he is on his platform and he's speaking of science, he does not want any religious rhetoric to be involved.
No, I get that, and I don't disagree
That's not
with
but
that. But
you
what
called
I'm
him
saying,
biased.
I think y'all all missing the point. If we are speaking about unification on a whole, on a mass level, this goes beyond our YouTube channel. That's what I was saying. And then he had kind of went on when he specifically addressed it about his channel. That's why I was saying I'm not talking about your channel. I'm speaking on a whole as a mass level, because shouldn't we speak about this as a mass level?
Yes,
like
but
because think about the channels
to the
that
point
y'all
of
have.
vaccinations
I use all of y'all
science
channels because I homeschool my kid prior to COVID. So I was already doing this shit prior to them sending the kids home. So if I can get something from Kofi channel, I can get something from MBK channel, I can get something from Pseudo Killers channel, I can get something from Dagger Squad's channel. That's 4 channels right there. And what I'm saying is, if we doing this, we need to do it with a purpose, right? So you on your channel for what? To hit people with science, right? Who's the target? Like, what's the goal? What's the end goal? If these channels are to put out information, right? That's what I'm assuming, and I'm saying this as a rhetorical question. What is the end goal? For me, what I'm looking at it is as a resource, especially for somebody that homeschools their child, and I'm not savvy in every fucking subject. So since I'm not, but I have these resources where I can go on YouTube and be like, well, here's this, yada yada, and go from there.
The end goal is to find solutions to our problems. That's the end goal.
Saying. If we find solutions to our problem, then we have to put this on a mass level, even outside of the YouTube world. Because
before you go macro, you have to go micro, though. Okay. Small workings are important. I just wanted to say this. I feel like on this point, we can agree to disagree. Because we kind of hijacked the show, Kayla. Let's be respectful. So I feel like we should agree to disagree. No, it's not that you have to. Okay.
Oh man, I wanted to ask her something. Yeah.
Woo!
Come back, Juju. Come back, Juju. Not Juju.
I
come back.
Everybody realize that.
Yeah,
y'all both were speaking at the same time.
I'm just saying, you can come back, Cheetah. Queen Cheetah, you can come back.
Nah, she left because I didn't. You could walk your happy ass up into a university and go into biology classes and say God did it the whole semester and think your ass not gonna be in trouble. That doesn't happen. You can't go in physics class and argue God every day with professor. It's not theology school. You do that at theology school. That's the point. And on the Mossy, man, we're teaching African spirituality. We don't want to talk about Christianity. We want to talk about what the Zulu was doing. We want to talk what they doing in Central Africa. We want to know what was they practicing in West Africa to Christianity and Judaism. What was the custom? What was the traditions? We don't want to know about Christianity. And so if you start talking about Christianity in the middle of a Mossy show, that's crazy to me. Why are you allowed to do that? Why are you allowed to operate with impunity? That's crazy to me. This is not a safe space for Muslim, Christians, and Jews. Now, you're welcome, but it's not a safe space. It's just not. It wasn't the whole idea, the whole grand idea we had. It wasn't based around Islam, Christianity, and Judaism. Y'all had y'all say for the last 2,000 years in the lives of black people. That's the whole point. People don't get it. Man, can we get a safe space for West Africa? Ben ain't gonna let nobody, Kofi, Sean ain't gonna let nobody talk too much shit about West Africa and how they believe. You can better that they spirituality without getting your damn head chopped off. Like, so I'm saying that's the type of spaces we have created. We have created safe spaces for people who love Africa first before Jesus Christ, Muhammad, Allah, Yahweh, Elohim. See, this is what this shit was about. It never was a safe space for Muslims, Christians, and Jews. We forbid a fact. Maybe I lose my damn mind. You know what I'm saying? We forbid a Muslim, a Christian, or a damn Jew to be in effect. If you can't handle that shit, get out the kitchen. That's the only rule. You're not going to be a Christian, Muslim, or Jew, chocolate face. Like, we ain't doing that. We don't want to argue over that. Let's argue over Huluko being a better God than a leg bar. Let's do that. We want to have that conversation. What's the principles behind? That's what we want to do. We want to open our people's mind up to that. And if you stuck on Jesus Christ, walk across one and fucking Palestine some goddamn where and think we're going to feel sorry for you because you think a man can walk on water, that this is the wrong goddamn place. What is the end goal? To allow our people to feel safe when they challenge the ideas that's in their head that was placed in their Islam, Christianity, and Judaism and misdirected African people. That always was the goal. So if you think we beating up people in their religion, shit, listen up, London, I don't know. I don't care. Moo-moo. Now watch Moo-moo in the church. Watch. And Moo-Moo's supposed to go. He considers himself to be a warrior. Moo will tell you, I'm a revolutionary. Now watch you defend the church. Watch. Go ahead, Moo. Defend the church.
Hey, brother, master teacher, only thing I was gonna ask her and then say is, I'll ask y'all the same questions. Did y'all go to any of the rallies or protests during the time when George Floyd got killed after that?
Yeah, we all did. Yep.
I went to Trayvon Martin's rallies.
I did.
So my question,
see black people come together.
Right. So my next question to her would have been, who was out there banging on Christianity?
Nobody. Nobody.
So the thing is levels to it. Like a lot of people that marched with King and all that during the civil rights movement, a lot of them weren't Christians. So the issue is not that we can't come together with Christians during times that matter and doing actual activity. So
thank you.
Nobody is out there in the streets during these times where we're trying to get tangible things done, banging on Christians. So that's a myth, or that's like a characterization of what's going on in our community. We're having conversations with each other. We're having constructive conversations with each other about several different topics, including Christianity. And on top of that, when it comes to being divisive, you really can't call somebody else divisive when that religion says if you don't believe it, you're going to hell. You're going to be tortured for the rest of your life if you don't believe this. So there's nothing more divisive than that. So that's all I was going to say about that. But also, I'm saying you were wrong about your premise for talking about the money in Christianity was wrong, because if we're going by that premise, then we got to ask the question, how much money is the conscious community getting collectively? So if we say that, then that means if young Pharaoh
It ain't even close, man. It ain't even close, dog.
no, this is what
This
I'm
shit's so
saying.
small, man. The conscious community is so small, man. This shit is a microcosm. It's not on the level of the black church when it comes to funds.
Right.
I'm not saying we get as much. What I'm saying is this. I'm
We
saying if
don't
young
even get
Pharaoh
a
was
we don't
getting
get a tenth of it though. Like we don't get a tenth. We don't get a tenth of the percentage. We don't get that.
right. I dig that. I know. I agree with you. What I'm saying is this though.
Is that what you
Like,
were
so when
trying to
you talk
use, though,
about those
Mumu?
pastors and the money they're receiving, like
That's what you were trying to
that's
use,
a
Mumu?
reflection of like when you got your Creflo Dollars and your TD Jakes and your Joel Osteens. So when you talk about the amount of money that they getting compared to your uncle's church, who's actually doing the right thing, and then saying, well, Christianity is getting $45 billion a year or whatever the case, but your uncle that's doing the right thing only getting $10,000 or $13,000 a year. So when you can look at the conscious community and say the same thing, if Polite getting 100 whatever, however many 100,000 a year, and Young Pharaoh getting this and that, and we say, well, collectively the conscious community getting $13 million a year, and we only getting $5 a year,
Hold on, they
then
ain't not worth that though. Like that's you can't throw no 13 million out there and say Polite's net worth and Young Pharaoh's net worth is 13 million and apply that to
no,
the
I'm
whole.
not saying those are just made up numbers. It's just I'm
Yeah,
not
but
saying that
them
those are the
but
real
them
net
numbers
worth.
right there, you skewing them though.
No, the numbers are not real. I'm saying that as an example of I'm saying that as an example of a percentage of where money goes. I'm not talking about exact figures. I'm saying when you look at where if we put all the money together that the conscious community get, however much it is, the bulk of it is going to the charlatans. And so it's the same way for the church. The bulk of the money is going to the charlatans. So then when we say, oh, we could do this, this, and that with the money that we get from the church, it's like you gotta, it's not like the church is like one bill or one building or one organization, is what I'm saying. So if we attach that argument to the church as far as what they're doing with the money, most of the people, it's not a one committee of people getting the money and saying, hey, this $45 billion a year is the church's money, and let's put this together for black people. I'm saying that 90% of that is going to the charlatans, and only 10% of it is probably going to the people that's actually doing what's right.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that.
Yeah. Hey, before we end the show, cause man, we've been on here for 3 hours now. I see brother Concrete Corey. What's happening, man? You got anything? Corey, he might have stepped away. But yeah, it's been a good conversation, y'all. Anybody else got anything, man? Before we end the show, like I said, we are way over the time we normally go.
Hey,
Yeah, I want to say something.
we're gonna
I
do an
want to say
after
something.
party though. We're gonna do an after
Yeah.
party and we're
Bring
gonna
Mumu
let
to the
speaker
table.
speak her mind.
No, I like to say that I appreciate Juju. I appreciate Cheetah. I appreciate her in her conversation, yo. Whenever I hear her speak, she always has something dynamic to say. And people like Juju and Queen Cheetah and all that, y'all need to really start to link up. I think y'all powerful sisters. That go for Mika. They go for Miss Tiffany. Go for Anusha, right? I think you know what I mean. I think they powerful sisters, right? And
So
I
is
actually
you all
respect what she say. I respect what y'all say. I just say
absolutely.
put the conversation together because you can't tell an atheist. You know what I'm saying? Not to bang on the person in the middle of teaching evolution. That's shit crazy. That's like telling a crackhead, don't touch that crack. You leave that shit in the room, yo.
Everything gonna be gone.
What the hell you want me to do, yo? You expecting a miracle. We teaching you concrete Corey. He teaching about the cosmos, Vance. We teach Kent. How the hell y'all, man, really? Come on, man. How you expect Sean not to dig in? How you expect Sue Tech them not to dig in? Like it's crazy. Like it's an easy get. We just can't help ourselves. Moo, that's a terrible example. Using polite in that couple of hours, he act like he got yo, stop it, yo, she tripping.
Well, I wanted to clear up some things. I don't know if people think there's contention with the women. Me and Kayla are really, really good. Me and CK are really, really good. Me and Anusha are cool. Me and Tamika don't always see eye to eye, but I respect that sister because she's stand on her square. Okay, so for any contention that people are feeling, there is none of that. There's no separation amongst us. I just spoke to Kayla not too long ago. I speak to CK almost every day. So no, there's no contention. Anusha, I'm getting to know her. And she's super cool.
There y'all
and
go.
she's super cool. We didn't realize that you all were pushing for all girls group. The thing I have
Women
is that
Queen group, not girls.
I'm being funny, like, you know, all girls group, like rap group, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. WNBA, you know, on that. But yeah, all women's goddess group with my pseudo behind the Queens group.
Y'all gonna no candles though. Y'all can't light candles.
I don't do no candles and crystals. You ain't gotta worry about that. I do cowrie shells. Cola nuts.
The first incense I see, I'm unsubscribing.
Man, we can have some incense. I'm gonna have some money candles lit. Y'all so petty. So listen, gentlemen. I'm gonna tell y'all now. Y'all gonna back down. Okay. Y'all gonna back down because I know y'all got some crystals hiding in y'all drawer now that y'all love done gave y'all. Y'all still be trying to charge y'all little crystals in the full moonlight. So don't play with me, okay? Shoot, don't play with me. I know y'all is. Y'all
I ain't even never heard that. That's how you charge.
Y'all ain't never heard that? Yeah, like people charge their crystals during the full moon or something.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why
they
my
charge
shit never
crystals.
worked.
Exactly.
That's why we got 1 million views, yo.
I ain't charging motherfuckers.
Y'all petty, but there's no contention. That's something we can talk about. But again, us as women, our support is to what is already there. So this is how I feel. Like these things right here, Masi, all that, those are the things that we're building now. So I feel like when we get some more steadier foundation and we can get some continuity in different things, we can work on that. But now that we know that you all are interested in seeing that, so be it. And we better not have 3 views when we start doing shows. Better be 100 people. And all y'all on the panel better be there every show.
You know,
every show y'all better be there, or I'm gonna hunt you in your sleep. That's all I'm saying. Since y'all want to cast that stone, I'm gonna throw it back, and we gonna do this because you know.
That's why I was being so hard on you though, Juju. I see you.
You're always hard on me, and later on,
talking shit.
Yes, I am. We're gonna have a conversation. We will have a conversation, okay? I'm super sensitive. I'm sensitive. I'm a Sagittarius. You know, I'm a fire sign.
Never crazy, yo. He crazy.
Yeah.
No, I heard you earlier, Kofi. I was a little busy jumping in. I just wanted to say peace to the panel, peace to everybody, peace to the sisters.
Peace, fam.
Juju. What's going on, y'all?
Yeah. We just have a little conversation.
I heard a bunch of unity talk earlier. I always my antennas always go up when I hear that unity talk. That's like a dream. You know, everybody got their own mind. Ain't nobody gonna be united. Hilarious. So you know, like if we got a common goal or a common interest, yeah, we can click up. But you know, if you know, one group is going one way and another group is going the other way, you know, trying to unite would only hinder both parts in where they trying to in their direction where they trying to go. So I wouldn't try to bring the cosmos into a church because the church already has the answers to all of those questions that the cosmos is asking. So why would we bring those questions into the church? And those answers have already been given. They have already been qualified or however you accepted, I guess, for 2,000 years. So, and when we're talking about astrophysics and the cosmos and how the universe works, how was the Earth made? Where does life come from? Abiogenesis, vaccines, and things like that. We are learning. Science is learning. Science is growing every day. You know what I mean? And when you try to mix religion with science, you stop the growth in science. So science is growing, and religion has already grown. It's grown already, and so you can't mix those two things. But that's all I wanted to say.
Okay. Yeah, and it was, like I said, the conversation, it ended up going somewhere. It wasn't to unify with everybody. It was the respective groups, the platforms. So I named, when I was specifically the groups, unifying, and you know, leaving something for the next generation. Basically, what it was like, everybody has their own perspective lanes, and my thing was institutions. That's all. I'm for institutions. So I'm thinking I was thinking on that level of unifying together and creating institutions, because when you go to school, you have all types of curriculums. You have chemistry, you have geometry, you have English, you have economics, you have Black minority study, you have so many different, levels of learning. And, I see the groups, at times, not all of us, but, some groups, we have issues with each other, or some groups don't even support the other groups. So my thing was us just, getting along, and coming together, unifying for one common goal. And that was to set up institutions. Because when we on here, we trying to educate the people. And not only we trying to educate the people, we trying to educate the babies. And, I think a better thing, or a better way of doing that, is creating institutions, where they're brick and mortar or where there's online institutions, that we can have and we can leave for the next generation. So, with these institutions, if you want to learn about general dynamics, maybe about astrophysics, or you want to learn about some specific field in science, or you want to learn about African traditions and customs from those 3,200 ethnic groups throughout the continent of Africa, if you want to learn about our accomplishments, the African American did over here in America, you know what I'm saying? I think that would be, something good, because YouTube, I don't think YouTube gonna be around. YouTube gonna be around forever, and if they take away YouTube, we don't have nothing. So I'm thinking we just, I know we need to create these institutions. There's too many intellectual brothers and sisters that I see on YouTube, and all we doing is talking on YouTube, while I just click together and figure out a way to create these institutions in the various places that we are, and even create institutions online. That was my main thing of the discussion. It wasn't about bringing everybody together, the Christians, the Muslim. It was the perspective groups such as Dagger Squad, such as Pseudo Quillers, such as the Real Black Atheists on Fire platform, the Almond Ra Squad, Team Osiris, Kofi Piesie Research Team, Mossy Warrior Clan, Pseudo Killers, New Black Knowledge. Those groups, actually coming together, settling our differences, and coming together and creating these institutions, because the information is bigger than us. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking about the babies and the generation to come behind us. So I'm thinking that we need to, my thing is setting the right example for the kids that's listening to, because some platforms I don't even let my son listen to. I just don't, because are certain things that go on that I think, is inappropriate. But I'm just thinking that we just coming together, man, for the babies, man, and creating these institutions and creating these products. These products, far as these textbooks, these books that we able to leave behind for the next generation, and then even leave these institutions behind to combat the European institutions that we send our kids to school to every day. So it wasn't on the whole.
Yeah. No, on that level, definitely. I definitely agree with that on that level. I probably caught the end. You know what I'm saying? And I heard a lot of. It was some religious talk or whatever. So maybe I heard the end of that. But as far as what you're talking about, definitely. I mean, that's kind of my whole thing too. Like you said, everybody got their own lane. Like when you talking history, I want to be over here, on the Kofi Pie side. You know what I mean? You talk about, when you want to beat up and get to understand religion and where it come from, and all of the misinformation that comes with the information that, you can go over there on Garfield. You know what I'm saying? You get all of the real history, understand the writers and the time periods and all of that with Garfield. You know what I'm saying? And then we like the pseudo killers. We talk about everything over there. I mean, it ain't no telling what we might talk about, and that might be one of the platforms. You might not want to have the little ones, listen to that one, because we get a little groovy over there. But that I think we need that. I think we have to have a lane for that. Where we get a little groovy. But we have the other platforms where it's more family orientated, because I appreciate to watch some of the information with my kids. I got a 5-year-old, and I got an 18-year-old, and then I got a 21-year-old. So I appreciate all the platforms, and I think I do agree with you, Kofi, that everybody got their own lane, and we just need to support each other and work with each other, and try to make it something for real. You know what I'm saying? So that it ain't a waste of time. So these conversations, just ain't, out in the ether, and ain't nobody, really taking heed and implementing some of these ideas in their life. You know what I'm saying? To progress and make their life better. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I feel
September.
What's happening?
Yeah, see, when you feel like cussing somebody out, yo, you know where to go at, yo.
I don't even like doing that.
Yes, you do. You've been heating
I'll
up.
be having to sometimes.
Yeah, you see how nice Sean is, because he come over, get it off his chest, whether he's fighting us or fighting somebody, and then he come back to the Mossy, and he be well mannered. He go on Dr. Me Out channel. He's the best manners ever.
Yep, you right.
Yeah.
Because he has a place to release. I'm trying to tell you, man. If you don't release it,
I come over there and fuck with y'all up. I appreciate that. I appreciate the invitation, and I'm gonna take you up on it.
Yeah, always to get our
I'm gonna
thing
take
off,
you up on it.
and then we go back to our safe spaces, what we do. And I mean, it's just, man, y'all, man, come on, yo. We've been doing this, man, for 20 years, man. Some of you say, nah, I ain't been that long. Nah, man, it's everybody is an extension of each other, man. And we all had the same thing, man. Like, we don't want to be Muslim, Christian, or Jews, and we want the African American just to feel safe, and even asking questions like that we ask each other, man. Like, that needs to be a priority where we can dare to venture. And when you dare to venture, man, you end up being a damn scientist, end up going to the moon. Like, it's crazy. Doing the mathematics for the daggone spaceship to even make it to the moon, end up being the head lead scientist for Moderna, Black woman. So, man, we know what we talking about. All of us do, man. We know. But it starts with a sound foundation, man. And this is not a safe space for Christians. It just wasn't built that way. You supposed to act like you ain't a Christian and come over and sneak on in the door, be quiet, learn, and then sneak back to the church. Yeah, we're not going to. Jesus, no, Jesus didn't walk on water, sir. Sorry, sir. No. Yakub. Yeah, no. Yakub did not create the white man, sir. Raw born. You know what I'm saying? No, sir. No, sir. Kulu created the world. Well, did he? Maybe so, but not according to science. So it's just, I don't know, man. I'm just saying, yo, that shit all work good together. We ain't gonna all get along every day, but we know what our common goal is, yo.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And y'all the best fucking y'all group is the best marketing group out of everybody. Don't get me started, Kofi. Y'all got the machine.
We
Shit,
trying,
we start
man.
paying y'all for that shit. Look, man, we need to get this out. Y'all tripping.
Can't
nobody outdo y'all on that shit. That's great. Why don't y'all promote? We can't do it. Y'all outdo everybody on that shit. You serious?
Yeah, we got you, man. And well, yeah, we finna get ready to end the show, man. Before we end the show, um, we ask, like I said, we don't really ask for your money. We try to give you something if we do ask for your money. So real quick, while Unc on here too, I gotta get some more. I gotta get the new version of I definitely I gotta get a stack of them, to be honest. But go support Unc. I got the old copy. If y'all can see, let me see, there it is. The Chronicles of Evolution by Unc West. Hit Unc up. I guess Unc got some extra copies, or you can go to Amazon.com. I don't like telling people to go to Amazon.com, even though we got books on Amazon. I like for the person who writes the book or produce whatever, get 100% of whatever they produce. So go get the Chronicles of Human Evolution, by Big Brother Unc. While LaDosha on here, I got LaDosha stuff on here too. It's not all about just us promoting. We got, like I said, we got to support each other. So go get LaDosha. Let me get both. Here go one of her books right here. She's in the chat. That's our good sister right there, LaDosha Wright. Go get her book, her children book, The Curly Hair Adventures. Go cop that. You can get that off of Amazon. But if she has copy, you can email her. She's been putting an email address in there all day. So hit LaDosha up for that. Also get her other book, What They Don't Tell You at the Hair Salon. Go get this book. Like I said, hit her up or go to Amazon. I prefer you to hit her up and she can direct you to whatever, to go to purchase the books.
Yeah, that's a good. My daughter's reading that right now. I got my daughters on that in the house. Appreciate you, LaDosha. I definitely, that's it. That's that hit right there.
Yep.
Not just for the daughters, just Black women in general.
Yep. Also, if you ain't got Spears of the Mossy, a historical survey in the minds of African warrior scholars, volume 1.
Fire! We had to beat a song with which one we beat a song with the other day? Which one was that? Was that book 2 or 3? We beat them up.
If you ain't got From Spears to Pen, a historical survey in the minds of African warrior scholars, volume 2 by Kofi Piesie Research Team. Also, go get that. If you ain't got, the latest one by us, Spiritual Combat, a historical survey in the minds of African warrior scholars, volume 3. Go get that. Just go to www.kofipiesietv.com. We ain't mad if you go to Amazon, but if y'all been following us on Author's Perspective, we break down the percentage of what Amazon get. You see, Unc got all the copies there. Unc got everything. If you ain't got my children book, Kalawa's Trip to the Motherland, of African Education and Music and Instrument, you can also get that on Amazon or go to kofipiesietv.com. Sean's children book, One Night Before Bed. Go get that for your kids. That's a nice one.
Yeah, right here. I used this and put it on a Sahotep head the other night, yo. Right here, yo. When he was fighting, I had to back him off me, man. With it right here, I had my tools ready.
Okay. You got the triple threat over there.
Listen, man, Saul came with all that. I say, hold up, man. I got something for you, man. Yeah. Talking about putting it right. It's in right.
Yeah.
That's my man, though.
But you shout out to us, Saul. Yeah.
Speaking of Asar, he's going live at 8:00 Eastern Standard Time, so about 12 minutes from now. Why math is not science. It's a discussion.
Yeah,
so
go check
I'm
it
gonna
out.
be tuned into that. Because we was talking about that the other night. So everybody, after we end this broadcast here, y'all want to go over
bring
the
Dr.
Stars
Mayat over there, though. See, she's the mathematician.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Yep.
give him a break. We're gonna let him do it, and then we're gonna bring out Dr. Man.
Hey,
Yeah.
Kofi, I want to say, man, I'm gonna go on your website and get every one of y'all books on there, bro. I'm
Okay,
just
no
starting
doubt.
to.
Hey,
I'm
Moo
just
Moo. You know what, Moo Moo?
look.
Them books is well written. Listen, Moo. That's some nice reading material right there, yo. I seriously, yo. Like I be like these dudes right here. Then you go to the sources, yo. You be like, oh shit. Yeah, I'm fucking with that. What you Gray say, Moo Moo?
No, I'm saying I'm just building back up my library. But on your book, I read it. I'm in Delaware City right now. I read your book on the plane. Let me say this. And for anybody thinking about getting book, it's definitely worth the read because I've been listening to you for like over a year now. I've never heard you explain the meaning of real black atheists. And just that alone, your explanation of real black atheists, that's worth the price of the book alone. So if anybody is not, if anybody's thinking about getting Unc's book, just the reason why he calls himself the real black atheist and how he breaks that down, that shit should be in everybody's that should be common knowledge for us. That was the realest thing, Unc. So I gotta give you your props on that, man. That's classic, bro.
Appreciate you, bro.
Moo Moo.
Appreciate that.
A lot of people misconstrued Unc on that. And I always say you have to understand what point he's coming from. Y'all don't fully understand him. So that's an excellent point, and it's definitely worth the money. I also want to remind people about Black Panther's article on pseudo, the definition. That is a really good read, very clear and concise. So you all need to go over to Black Panther's Benjamin Nagy. I don't know the exact website, Kofi. I forgot, but
what's the way? Hold on, man.
I forgot the name of it. Black Panther. Black Panther.
I think it's blackpanther.com. I'll go find it real quick.
Yeah.
But you all definitely need to go check the article. It's not a long read for ADD people like me, but it is definitely pertinent because yes, we have been misusing that word, and we need to go ahead and bring it in. Not only that word, but a couple of others. So, and he also used Ankh as the example. You know how people just took that word and flew with it. So I think that was, flew with it, went off the handle. So I think it was a very good read.
Pseudo people crazy.
Super crazy.
Yeah, and real quick too, can't forget. As I learned, we all learn, sharing information with others, deepen your knowledge. This is my book. And this book was dedicated to Brother Ankh. I got a whole page in here where I talk about Brother Ankh, but this book is dedicated to Brother Ankh.
That's the best book out of all them books, man. Get that one right there. Don't worry about the rest of them books. That one right there.
And From Cocaine to Consciousness by Sean. So all these books are available on KofiPiesieTV.com. Also, you talked about being. Can't forget about I have the other books on the shelf, but Killmonger's Corner. This is part 2 to the Killmonger's Corner, the Conscious Community Pan-African Journal. I have an article in there. Sean has 2 articles in there. Seneb has an article in there. He has 2 interviews by 2 hip-hop artists in there. His wife is in there. Asar Imhotep is in there. It's a few other people that Kung Fu, the newest member of the Masi Warrior clan, he has something in there. So go support that. Go get the clothing, Family Connect apparel, or type in Google Mboka Family Connect apparel and go get you some gear. Go to Abjuwear, get you some gear, get you some shoes. Go to Akufu website. I forgot his darn website at the moment. So just go support us, man. That's all thing we ask.
Mail Trek. Don't forget Mail.
Yeah, Mail Track. Yeah, go get. And I'm gonna have to get back with her.
Dr. Mayat.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get back with her because I need.
I have the link.
Yeah, I need.
I will share the link.
Yeah.
If y'all give me a minute, I will share the link. It's Black Panther. Sire.com. The article, I'll share both links in Seer.com. I'll share both links in the chat for you before we go. Peace,
them
family.
Them books that y'all wrote though, man, it's like I'm just saying for me, man, like just the words in the book, the way it come across, the size of the actual text. You know what I mean? All that shit is very, very easy on the eyes to read, man. And I'm saying it's not big stupid word. It's right there.
Right.
I mean, the understanding is right there, man. You could just go through their daggone sources, man. They always touch on a little evolution here and there. I appreciate, I appreciate that shit, man. The beta, look at the source, go to the journal and radio, and then see the way y'all minds translated that idea, man. That shit, man, people don't realize, man, ain't no books out here like that, man. Just putting it together, easy work like that. That's not, it's like y'all almost found the level. You know what I'm saying? Where people could read it and get a clear, concise understanding of Africa, without the religious jargon and the pseudoisms, man. Without the black allergy. You know what I'm saying? Like that's, man, I told you how proud I am, man, y'all brothers and sisters, man. Like for me, it's just, man, no matter what they say about me, man, no matter what it was, it's just worth it to actually see y'all take the reins, man, and move it forward. Like it's worth it to see y'all pass what I've done. You know what I'm saying? Like that means something to me to see that the young brothers, you know what I'm saying, just grab the bull by the horns. That's all of y'all. Take that step, produce literature, right? Surpass me and make me say, hold on, damn. Like that shit is all inspiring back to me. You know the rule, right? I can't keep it unless I give it away.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
And y'all doing the same thing. So now y'all inspire me. That's deep right there, bro. Like that's what it's really about. I don't care about how much arguing we do. So what, man? Look at the product. You feel me, Kofi? Sometimes you underestimate by being in it, right? And I like to say that to all the brothers and sisters. That's all of y'all. Sometimes y'all underestimate what role y'all playing in the history of the lives of Black people because you fucking in it. And so you just don't see the value. You just, the time you take out away from your families, all the sisters, how important it is. Like in the background, the sister Kaba, you know what I'm saying? Juju, all y'all in the background. If shit go a little crazy, I'm getting a fucking phone call from one of y'all. Look, check this out. Right? Any research I need, y'all right there for me. All that is so valuable in what we do. So sometimes you working so hard, you don't know that you already doing it. Like you doing it, baby. We doing it. Sometimes sit back and look at what you did. You feel me? And realize the value of what you did and realize what side of history we on. We're on a whole different side of history. When they look back 50 years from now, they're going to say, man, them brothers and sisters right there, they had that shit. And that's when they're going to say, Pharaoh, that nigga was, the way we look at Bobby Hemmett, and then we be like, that's trash. And we say it with a straight face, and we know that none of that shit is legitimate, and all that shit is really ignorant European nonsense wisdom, That's how they gonna look at us. They're gonna say, man, that shit y'all doing, man, that they was leaps and bounds past everybody. So sometimes, man, y'all just need to sit back and say, shit, because I'm reading the works, man.
Yeah, we
I'm
definitely
re-educating myself.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate it, man. Too, man, where we in, I forgot about the cards, y'all. So go get the cards, man. Go get the cards, man. They some good cards, man. But yeah, man, that's it. I see Voss in the chat, man. You need to chill out, man, with the lies that you put in the chat, man. But I'm gonna leave that alone though. But we finna get out of here, man. Again, man, I want to say peace and Black African power. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Appreciate everybody for rocking the whole time. Appreciate people coming in, popping out. We greatly appreciate y'all, man. We'll see y'all next time. Check us out next Sunday. We'll be interviewing Raising Awareness group, a group of elders and a young brother. So be tuned in to that. Again, peace and Black African power, and we out of here. Damn, if I can end it. Did the show end?